Glasgow then feeds it down low. Redirection shot from Latempio. Good opportunity there, just unable to get it past the goaltender. Another delayed penalty coming up as Glasgow drives in, and he shoots and scores! Eisenberg, one of those players that certainly got the attention of the Bengals a lot last year. Great chance in front, 2 opportunities, and they get it past the goaltender. It's going to be Nick Brooks getting the final one there. It's now 5-2 Bengals.
Once again, there he is, Michael Swatcher, the big body, the control man. Unbelievable patience and poise, playing hockey in a phone booth right there in front of the net.
Rebound in front, loose puck there, and Dave Hahn kept that pad down to make sure there was no rebound opportunity, and now we're getting some real extracurricular activities, and it's obvious these teams don't like each other. Yeah, Cam King in there on top of a Bengal player throwing punches. Dave Hahn now jumping in on the play. Schmidl carrying it now in. Schmidl takes a hit, and both Bengal players sandwiched him there, hitting him hard and knocking his helmet off as he slid into the goal. Benedict carrying it with some room to operate. He's got 2-on-3 now. Feeds a pass across. Shot taken in on goal. Great save there by A.J. White. And again, No rebound was offered on that opportunity. As the last couple of seconds tick away here, and after 344 days off, we finally have a Bengals hockey game, and not only that, we have a Bengals victory. The Bengals coming in today, beating the NCCC Thunderwolves by a score of 8-2, and exacting a little bit of revenge for last year's Tier 2 UNY CHL Championship game. Good evening and welcome inside Cornerstone Arena in Lockport, New York, where the Bengals Hockey Club is taking on the Niagara County Community College Thunderwolves tonight. We're moments away from puck drop for Game 2 of this delayed season. My name's Aaron Elpern, joined on the call by color commentator Sean McHugh. And Sean, Game 2 is the same opponent as it was before Game 1.
Yep, Aaron, it's the same Thunderwolves that we saw last week, and the same Thunderwolves we saw in the NYCHL Championship. You got to think these two teams are getting a little sick of each other, but Bengals coming off an 8-2 win in Game 1, outshooting those Thunderwolves 37-26. I think, Aaron, though, game might not have been as close as that shot total indicates. Bengals were in command throughout the entire way, getting goals from their leaders last season. Yeah, that's right, Sean. It was the leading scorers from last year, each scoring 2 goals in the first game of this season. John Glasgow with 2 goals and 2 assists. Joe Lotempio also adding 2 goals. Ryan Hahn had a goal and 2 assists in the effort. Also some contributions from some newcomers, Cole Newman and Zach Schultz, picking up their first goals in their debuts. It was a penalty-filled affair, Sean, as clearly the long-standing tensions have carried over some from last year. Absolutely, Aaron. These are two physical teams that know each other very well and don't seem to like each other too much. We had 91 penalty minutes, and not not only is that number high enough, but only 1 5-minute major penalty and 2 10-minute misconduct. So the rest of that difference, 76 minutes, were 2-minute minor penalties, including an altercation behind the net where starting goaltender David Hahn was ejected as a result. But Aaron, that did lead to the debut of A.J. White.
Yes, and he was excellent in relief, stopping all 16 shots that he faced in a game and a half, or a game plus rather. Did a real good job staying square to shooters and making the first save, making sure that he wasn't giving NCCC a chance for a second opportunity. Tonight, we get to see the Bengals' other 2 goaltenders in uniform.
Yeah, tonight we're going to see number 39, Evan Kump, the 6-foot junior from the Williamsville East High School, and we're also going to see Brian Coppola, the junior from Kent State University D1 club out of Kenmore West High School.
It'll be good to see some of the depth that the Bengals have built in their goaltending department. Also see some of the depth that they have all throughout the roster. If we look back at Game 1, there was a lot to like from the Bengals' perspective. Obviously, the headlines were there with Glasgow and Lutempio getting 2 goals in that game. But you see the continued depth that this team has built.
Yep, especially we're going to start with Michael Swacha, who isn't exactly a newcomer to the team, but did show up to the team late and was missing from their national tournament run. A sneaky 3-star performance by Swacha with 2 assists and controlling the play when the puck was on his stick at all time. And we also got to see a new D pairing in John Baker and Jeff Hyde on defense. And then we also got contributions from the new forwards, Miller, Newman, and Schultz. Both up front and on defense, the Bengals, not only did they replace a lot of the talent that they lost, but it looks like they might have even added to it.
Well, the post-game vibe from the team was one that it didn't seem like the team was actually all that satisfied with an 8-2 victory. It'll be interesting to see what they do in terms of tonight's contest. It is the same opponent, couple of new faces in the lineup for the NCCC Thunderwolves tonight, and you know they will be hungry coming in after that season opening loss. Remember, they are still the reigning Tier 2 UNYCHL Division champions, and they beat the Bengals in that final matchup. So we can expect another physical contest, much like they played all throughout last year. They had success with that, and I would expect that again here tonight.
Absolutely, and this is another game with a little extra added motivation on top of already playing at this level. Last week, the 2 teams hadn't played since the shutdown last year, and now the Thunderwolves are going to look to make amends for an 8-2 loss that they suffered at the hands of the Bengals last week, Aaron.
Opening face-off between the Bengals and Thunderwolves coming up next here from the Cornerstone Arena in Lockport, New York. We're live at the Cornerstone Arena in Lockport, New York, and we're about set for face-off here between Niagara County Community College and the Bengals Hockey Club. The Bengals and Thunderwolves met 4 times last year, then took almost a full year off before they met in the first game of this season. They picked right where they left off before the heated rivals meeting again here in Lockport. My name's Aaron Elpern, joined in the call by Sean McHugh, and we're ready for opening face-off between the Bengals and Thunderwolves.
Looks like we're getting the line of Krasinski, Glasgow, and that looks like Newman on the left wing.
Miller on the left wing.
Miller, excuse me. Thank you.
Some numbers switching between Game 1 and Game 2, so we'll have to make sure we keep everything in order as we are underway from Lockport, and the NCCC Thunderwolves with possession off the draw. Dumped into the Bengals zone. Set up there by Adam Brennan. Brennan tries to feed it up the near point, but that pass is intercepted by Cam King. Brennan, though, picks up a loose puck, skates it into the neutral zone, finds John Glasgow. Glasgow with speed on the backhand, has it in the far corner, gets knocked down in the play, and Dom Pulley takes it away from him. Pulley now in through the neutral zone up to Cam King. King bounces it off the boards and into the Bengals zone, and NCCC executes a change. Baker with the puck. Off the boards trying to get Lotempio, but that pass is intercepted by Jones, and Jones starts back in the other direction. Flips it in off the high glass, and it stays in play as Brennan picks it up behind the net. Brennan up to Schultz. Schultz gives it back to Brennan, and then Brennan flips it all the way to the blue line, but it can't get past Woodward. Schultz makes a good play to get it off of his stick and circles back into his zone and looks to start the breakout. Can't find Hunt, however, and carrying it in is Kushi. Kushi gets the pass out in front, unable to connect on that one, as Jason Kushi looked to pick right where he left off in the first game. He was probably the best NCCC forward as he had a goal and an assist making sure he was on the score sheet with both of the NCCC goals. Hushi now with the puck in the near corner. Feeds it back to the point where he's got Troy Pulley. Pulley can't get it all the way through. Jolo Tempio getting in the way there, and Elliott Hunt feeds it up. He's got Schultz with a step on the defender. Schultz with a shot in on goal. Save there by Baylor as Schultz got deep into the NCCC zone. Had a little bit of an opportunity from just to the right of the goal there, but Baylor made the save on that play.
Yeah, Aaron, little whoopsie breakaway pass out there. Elliott Hunt just looked like he was trying to get that puck out of the zone, and you saw the speed of Schultz right there to get him behind the defenseman for an early scoring chance for the Bengals.
Puck in behind the NCCC goal as Dom Pulley tries to set up the breakout. Pass is intercepted, then bounces off the back of the net. Then Pulley tries the far side. Can't connect with Benedict on the pass, though. Hyde with the puck there, flips it up into the neutral zone. A couple of sticks that collided with and then ended up in the NCCC bench. We'll have a face-off in the neutral zone with about 2 minutes gone here in first period action.
Good start for the Thunderwolves, too. You had to think they wanted to start with some zone time. They've had just that to begin this game.
Yeah, you knew that they would come in hungry to answer from last week's loss in the season opener, and they've started off well here so far from in their home opener. Newman, though, picks up an interception, carries it into the NCCC zone, tries to feed a shot in on goal, but that hits a leg, and then the Thunderwolves clear it. Ryan Hahn in the neutral zone. Hahn with a pass through the middle of the ice. It goes off of a stick and then into NCCC territory where they look to set up and break it out. Lively up to Krupchak. Krupchak, his pass is intercepted, though. Kept in on the play by Swacha. Swacha feeds it in front. He's got Brooks there. Brooks turns and gives it back to Swacha. Would have been a nice look there, but Swacha couldn't quite handle that pass. Krupchak through the neutral zone. His pass is intercepted by Hyde, and the Bengals dump it back in. Pulley circling there. Feeds a pass off the boards, and it's all the way into the Bengals territory where Hyde sets it up. Hyde looking to set a pass up the far wall, but that one's intercepted, sent in towards the net, but Ryan Hahn picks it up, settles the play down a little bit for the Bengals. Hahn feeds a pass up the right wing. He finds Brooks there, but Brooks has his pass intercepted, and the NCCC Thunderwolves send it back in. Ryan Hahn now looking for a pass off the glass and through the neutral zone. It goes all the way down into NCCC territory, and that one will result in an icing with a little bit more than 3 minutes gone so far. 16:54 remaining in period number one. No score between the Thunderwolves and Bengals.
Yeah, Swacha had a beautiful chance right there, but unfortunately he wasn't able to gather that pass that Brooks sent him. But it was good to see the Bengals get some pressure down low right there. They're going to try to build on that right here.
Schmidl and Spitzer here on this draw. To the left of starting goaltender Brian Coppola. Coppola making a good blocker save there as the Thunderwolves won the draw quickly. Got a shot right in on goal. Good first test there for the new goaltender for the Bengals. Schmidl feeds it down below the net. Pass intercepted by Ryan Hahn, and the Bengals start away. Hahn flips it through the neutral zone and past the defenseman. Hussey on the race there to try to beat the icing. He does so, and the Bengals keep some pressure on there as Spitzer takes a hit on the far wall. Back through the neutral zone, Murphy picking up the puck there. Murphy slides it across to Thornton. Thornton dumping it in. That is handled by the goaltender Baylor and angled toward the corner. Spitzer and Militello putting on some pressure there in the corner. Bengals welcoming Alex Militello back to the lineup tonight as he was not in the lineup for game one. The third leading scorer from last year's roster. Another addition of the depth here in the Bengals territory. Schmidl coming in the other direction. Schmidl with the lane, lets a shot go. That one would have gone wide, but Coppola got a blocker on it anyway, and Spitzer looks to start away. Passes behind Jolo Tempio, but he finds it and then dumps it in. And Woodward starts for the NCCC Thunderwolves there. Out to the blue line, just into the neutral zone where Hunt picks it up, but he loses control. That one is Cam King, knocks it into the Bengals territory. Murphy around behind the net. Kept in by the Thunderwolves briefly, then up in the air, and the Thunderwolves have to clear the zone as Mitch Thornton takes it away. Thornton through the middle of the rink in between two Bengals and two Thunderwolves. Icing waved off on the play as Schultz has some pressure on down low. Schultz feeds it out in front but can't get it to Elliott Hunt as Fogle stepped in the lane to make sure that pass didn't get all the way through. Out into the neutral zone here. Mitch Thornton dumps it in on net. And Dom Pulley will have to start there with a little bit of room to maneuver and start the breakout. Pulley through the neutral zone now. 5 Bengals back on defense here. As the pass is sent in front there by Jones. He had a man in front, but he couldn't quite connect. Bengals with some good defensive setup there to make sure that there wasn't a chance in front. All 5 guys coming back on the rush play there. Puck comes all the way back to the blue line. Unable to keep it in there is Dom Pulley. He sends it back into the zone as the Thunderwolves have to clear. Mitch Thornton through the middle of the ice. Deflected along by Schultz. Glasgow now on the forecheck. Tries to feed it in front. That goes off a body before it gets to Krasinski. Then a pass is bounding through the middle of the ice there in the Thunderwolves zone. And Meisenberg just slid it behind the net to get it out. Through the neutral zone, Baker takes it away. Baker turns, his pass is intercepted, but the Thunderwolves would have been offsides had that play continued. Krasinski now carrying it on across the blue line. Krasinski drops it there. He's got Miller, and Miller tries to get it back to Krasinski, but it's intercepted and sent around the far boards and into the neutral zone. Baker sends it back in where Lively picks it up. That one goes off a skate. And an opportunity for some pressure for the Bengals. Good hit there by Miller as the puck comes into the neutral zone. Benedict for NCCC dumping it down low. A little bit more than 6 minutes into the action here from Lockport. No score yet between the Bengals and Thunderwolves. Puck kept in on the point by Troy Pulley, but it goes up and out of play, and we'll have a stoppage in play with 13:38 to go here in period number 1.
Not too much, not a lot of back and forth like there was in the first game. Well, a lot of forth for the Bengals, but a lot of, deflected passes, a lot of clogging in the neutral zone. It looks like both teams are trying to clamp down on defense right here and not allow the other team to get out in transition.
Certainly haven't seen much of the bad blood that we saw in the first game either, but we are still fairly early. There had been a little bit of hitting, but certainly not the same tone that game 1 had yet, Sean.
No, I haven't seen anything after the whistle yet.
Glasgow down low, shot in on goal. Chance for Miller to get a rebound, but he couldn't quite corral it there, as he would have had a nice look just from the right of the goal. Puck in behind the goal now. Krasinski with some pressure on Lively. The two of them try to vie for a loose puck there in the corner. It comes out the far board. Stepping in is Hyde. He gets a shot in on goal. And the stick of Baylor angles it away towards the glass behind the net. Swake is through the neutral zone, steps around Ryan Hahn, but Newman slides in with some pressure to knock it off of his stick, and Hyde starts to pass up the far side, deflected into the neutral zone by Nick Brooks.
Ooh, almost got Benedict there for too many men.
Yeah, Benedict was retreating to the bench there, almost got hit with that pass as he slid through the neutral zone. Good to avoid the too many men penalty that would have happened if he would have looked to play that. Ryan Hahn tries to feed it in front. A little bit of a scramble for it there. As taken out on the play was Cole Newman, and it's going to be the first penalty of the day to the NCCC Thunderwolves. It's a cross-check that is being signaled. So the Bengals go to the power play with 12:31 to go in the first period.
Well, Aaron, that was right on cue. The puck was loose in front of the net, and I understand the logic of trying to clear the crease, but the Thunderwolves player just took a running start and buried the Bengals player in front of the net. Can't be doing that, and just like we saw, an undisciplined penalty puts the Thunderwolves at a disadvantage early.
Bengals with the first opportunity here with the man advantage. Joe Lotempio with the puck down low, tries to feed it in front, goes off the side of the net, and then Elliott Hunt feeds it back to Baker. Baker back to Hunt on the near side. Hunt gives it back to Baker as the two-play catch up top. Down low to Glasgow. Glasgow on the far hash marks. Signals to Baker to set up the power play. And he calmly feeds a pass down low to Schultz. Schultz back to the point to Baker. Baker lets the shot go. That one hit off a body and went wide. Elliott Hunt picks up the rebound. Feeds a pass back to Glasgow as he's got a man on him. Good play there to keep the zone pressure on. Now Hunt finds a loose puck and keeps it in. Elliott Hunt then feeds it down low to Glasgow. In front to Schultz. Schultz can't get the shot away. And now a chance to clear for NCCC as King sends it the length of the ice. Coppola setting it up there. Had some pressure coming from Schmidl, so he fed a pass up to Hunt. Hunt and then finds John Glasgow, but Cam King took it off of his stick. Ryan Miller at the far boards. Backhand pass to Joe Lotempio. Sets up John Glasgow, who brings it in. Glasgow lets the shot go. That goes off the head of the goaltender, Baylor, and then up and out of play. Glasgow had a lot on that wrist shot. Just couldn't quite find the right line to find a corner of the net.
Well, if Baylor wasn't awake, he is now, because that's a rocket from John Glasgow that popped him right between the eyes. It's one way to wake up the goaltender. Either just going to get him in the game or it's going to rattle him. But I would not want to take a John Glasgow shot off any part of my body, much less my own face.
55 seconds remaining in the man advantage for the Bengals here. As the puck comes back to the point, kept in by Miller, steps around one checker, feeds it then down low. He's got Newman there on the near boards, and Newman sends it back down low, but Kushi has plenty of time there to turn and fire it all the way back down into the Bengals end. Ryan Hahn picking it up with 35 seconds remaining in the power play. Sets it up to Miller there, but Miller leaves it for Hahn, and then Hahn feeds it up to Miller on the far side. His pass is intercepted. Kushi sends it back into the Bengals territory. And then Newman can't handle a bounding puck on the far wall, and the Thunderwolves doing a good job here killing off the second half of this penalty. Newman on the rush now. Newman feeds a pass up to Krasinski. Krasinski across the blue line, takes a hit, loses control of the puck, still with some pressure on though. Getting some help there from Swatcha. And NCCC with a chance to clear the zone. Can't get it past Ryan Hahn though. Hahn turns and fires. His shot goes wide as it hit the defenseman Dom Pulley just to the side of the cage. Clearing attempt fails. Ryan Hahn keeps it in. He lets a shot go. Tried to get a little deflection there with Swatcha cutting through the slot. But we're going to have a penalty called here on the play. And it appears this one's going to the Bengals.
I think they're going to get Swatcha for a trip here, Aaron. The Thunderwolves player went hard into the boards in the loose puck. Oh, nope, they're getting Joe Krasinski.
Krasinski heading to the penalty box.
He doesn't like it either.
It's a cross-check call, the same as the first call of the game. So the Bengals will now be down a man here as Joe Krasinski takes a penalty here with 10:16 remaining in the opening frame. Still no score yet between the Bengals and Thunderwolves.
We're going to get a good look at this Bengals power play without a lead for the first time this season. So we're going to see how they're going to pressure those point men and work down low to keep the front of the net clear for their new goaltender Coppola, because you got to think N-Trip's going to be coming with some shots on net right here to try to get a lead in this game. They got a chance.
Glasgow and Militello out there to kill this penalty up front as the puck comes back to Caleb Lee at the point. Glasgow putting some pressure on him, and he finds Woodward with a pass. And now NCCC setting up their power play. Back to the point to Pulley. Pulley fans on his shot. It slides lazily through the middle of the ice. Glasgow gets a chance to clear the zone. Glasgow chips a backhand through the neutral zone and all the way back into NCCC territory, where Militello has pressure on Dom Pulley. Kyle Woodward now starts it away, gets it up to Schmidl. Schmidl gets it back to Woodward, and now setting it up are the Thunderwolves, dumping it in by Lee. Baker in the near corner with Schmidl on him. Schmidl takes it off of his stick and turns around behind the net. Feeds it out in front. That goes off the pad of Coppola. Then an opportunity for Militello to clear. He doesn't get all of it, only gets it out into the neutral zone.
I don't think Militello knew that he had a 2-on-1 right there with Glasgow ripping down the center of the ice.
Thornton here in front of the Bengals bench as the puck is bouncing in the skates of John Glasgow. He finds it though and tries to get it all the way into the NCCC zone, but he finds another loose puck here, tries to carry it in, but a good play there by Cam King to get it off of his stick. Back through the neutral zone on the Glasgow stick. He just slides it the rest of the way into NCCC territory, and 45 seconds now remaining in the Bengals penalty. Woodward dumping it in. Coppola setting it up behind the net. Ryan Hahn on it there. Goes up the far boards with it. Can't get it to Miller, and they are unable to get it out of the zone of the Bengals. Hahn now with a chance to clear on the near boards. Can't get it past Kushi, though, as he keeps it in the zone. Player from each side trying to find a loose puck here just below our broadcast position up against the boards. Ryan Hahn doing some good work in there to make sure the puck gets free and on a Bengal stick, but unable to clear the zone was Ben Murphy. Kushi keeping it in the zone, gets it back to the point. Troy Pulley with a shot. Nice shot block there by Joe Lotempio as Lotempio laid out to make sure that shot didn't get through. Now Miller with a chance on the shorthanded attempt. He's got a step on one of the defenders. The second one slides in though, gets a stick on him. We're going to have a penalty called here as Miller had a chance to get in alone. Not quite enough room to get the penalty shot call on that one, but that will negate the end of the Bengals penalty and give the Bengals a chance on the power play here with a little bit more than 8 minutes to go in period number one.
There's some of that electric speed we were told about Ryan Miller coming into the season right on display. Not only does Ryan Miller break away on the play, but he makes the play at the point to get the puck off the point man's stick to get a chance. He was one stride away from either a clean cut breakaway or a penalty shot, Aaron.
Yeah, it was a little bit of everything that he did on that play. Made the good play to clear the zone, killing the penalty, and then used that speed to get a step on both of the two defenders that were there on the play, drawing that penalty, creating a little bit of a scoring opportunity for himself. And it was coming just as the Bengal penalty was expiring, so this is a full 2-minute power play for the Bengals Hockey Club. Krupchek, though, clears it out of the zone for NCCC, and Ryan Hahn has to chase back after it with just under 10 seconds gone in the penalty. Hahn and Miller setting it up behind the net. Hahn starts up the far side. Miller coming up the near side now in his backhand, carrying it into the zone, goes around the defenseman and in behind the net. Has the puck lost in his skates, though, and has to feed it back to the point. Newman's shot gets deflected there on the way. Good pad save as Baylor had to stick the right pad out as that shot changed directions before it got to him. Glasgow setting it up to Miller. Miller back to Glasgow, who's walking in with it. Feeds a cross-ice pass. He had Ryan Hahn on the back door, unable to quite get it on the tape, though. A nice look there on the power play from the Bengals.
That's two nice looks on that power play. That's a great defensive play by N-Trip to get that puck from Hahn because he had a tap in. And what about that play by Miller? Well, he's down in the corner, and he throws a pass from his knees right on the tape to the point man, sets up another scoring chance. And there's Glasgow again, being able to put all his body weight into one right from below the dot.
I'm sure Miller would have rather have had a greater impact on the score sheet in game one in the scoring department. He was mostly showing up in the penalty department, but he did show enough flashes of that offense that we're pretty excited to see what he has to offer as this season continues. Krasinski carries it into the zone as the Bengals continue to work on the power play here with 35 seconds remaining in the man advantage. Swacha pulls it out of the corner, circles in towards the midpoint. Swacha with some room, lets a shot go. That goes in past the goaltender, Michael Swacha. Makes it 1-0 Bengals on the power play.
Aaron, you and I discussed last game that Michael Swacha was probably the quietest star player that we've seen in a game. Right there, it's on display again. Swacha, the big body, the good roller hockey player, picks up the puck on the dot, continues to work his way all the way around the penalty kill, gets from one dot to the other, keeps the stick outside, creates room for himself, and then he fires one right over the glove hand of Baylor. And that's what we saw last time from Swacha, but this time he puts one in.
It's an awful lot of room for him to operate there on the power play. He carried it from the near side all the way through the midpoint and then around to the other side, and it's just far too much room to give a man with that much skill on the power play. It's 1-0 Bengals as Swakis carries it in for NCCC. Thunderwolves trying to answer here as they have the shot opportunity on the backhand from Cameron Swakis. Doesn't get past Coppola as Coppola fields a shot that comes in from the point. Loose puck in behind the net as Brennan and Swakis try to find control of it. Comes out and Brennan then finds it and feeds a pass that doesn't get past the point as Dom Pulley keeps it in for NCCC. Kushian behind the net takes a hit from Baker. Spitzer slides in to help on the defense, takes out his man, and Brennan's the first one to it in the far corner. Brennan along to Militello. Militello then picks up the puck on his own, carries it through the neutral zone and across the blue line. Militello getting it deep, and he's the first one on it there. Avoids a check from one NCCC defender, but Kushi steps in to slide it up the far boards, where he finds Caleb Lee on the rush. Lee up the far side, shot in on goal. Good save by Coppola, as the Bengals have an opportunity to clear, but it's Lively keeping it in. Lee feeds it down low to Schmidl. Schmidl tries to bank it off the boards. It ends up coming right back out to him, but it gave the Bengals an opportunity to relieve a little bit of that pressure and then get it out to the point, but kept in by Dom Pulley. Pulley's shot goes just wide, then off the back of the boards and up the near side. Schmidl with a chance now. Can't keep it in the zone, and then Elliott Hunt sends it the length of the ice in on goal.
Counts as a shot on goal, Aaron.
I guess it does. Kept in deep here on the play. Pass through the middle of the ice as Schmidl gets it out into the neutral zone. King with a step onto the defender. Shot, and he beats the goaltender, Coppola. Cam King let a hard wrist shot go. It was just above the pad of the goaltender, Coppola, on the far side, and it got past him to make this a 1-1 hockey game.
That play started by Chuck Schmidl, too, with that nice little tap pass to get them out in transition. Both defensemen collapsed towards Schmidl right there, and it gave just enough room for King to get out with speed. And then he comes down the wing with a hard shot right to the blocker side of the goaltender, Coppola. Shot coming in really hard, got a piece of it, not enough, and it finds the back of the net, and we're tied.
Similar to the way that the Bengals scored, whereas a player on his strong side coming in with maybe just a little bit too much room to get that kind of shot off. Really nice shot that beat the goaltender, Coppola. We've got ourselves a 1-1 hockey game. And certainly here, we're about 15 minutes, a little bit more than 15 minutes into the first period. It is a far different feeling game than the first game of the season was between these two clubs.
It definitely is. I think a lot that we weren't able to talk about due to just the constant shoving and talking was the teams were probably rusty into the first game too. So a little bit of sloppy play led to some hooking, and then on top of the fact that teams don't like each other led to some more retaliation. It's a physical game today for sure, but there's not as much after the whistle. Everything looks pretty clean, and it looks like the two teams are focused on playing hockey today and not trying to hit each other.
I know that the conversation among the Bengals players and staff was that it was far too much hockey game being played with either a man down or a man up. They would much rather play a 5-on-5 game for the full 60 minutes out here. And we've only had a couple of penalties called so far. Definitely a much different temperature so far as the Bengals look to set up some pressure down low with Cole Newman. Newman tries to feed a pass along to Brooks, unable to connect on that one. Now a chance for NCCC to clear the zone. Krupchek deflects a pass into the Bengals territory. Murphy chases back after it. Backhand pass up the near boards is intercepted by Tim Jones. Jones's pass intercepted though by Swatcha. Swatcha with a backhand through the neutral zone, just out of the reach of Nick Brooks. And there's a loose puck then on the NCCC blue line. Deflected on by Meisenberg, heads toward the Bengals goal. Coppola just covers it up as Thornton slides over there to make sure that Meisenberg didn't really have a lane to get in and take any more swats at that loose puck.
Yep, last week that game that would have resulted in some shoving and some face washing. Today maybe a little back and forth between Thornton and the end-trip player, but again, just whistle blows, back to the face-off. Definitely a different feel to this game.
I would have to think that NCCC still wants to play a physical game. They had success playing that style last year, so they're going to want to play that way again here in this game, but maybe they probably spent far too much time killing penalties last week, and they probably want to clean that up somewhat here this week. Adam Brennan with the loose puck in his own zone, feeds it up to Sipniewski. Sipniewski with Benedict on him. Spitzer slides in to help, and Lively now feeds it up the far boards. Kushi with a nice move to bank it off the boards and then get a pass to himself, carries it in and a pass in front. Great opportunity for Benedict as Jason Kushi had a beautiful setup there. Gave his teammate a yawning cage to fire it into. Benedict unable to capitalize on that chance though.
Yeah, and that doesn't come more open than that, Aaron.
Benedict tries to feed it in front, make amends for that missed opportunity a moment ago, but Alex Militello with a chance to clear the zone, but the Thunderwolves keep it in. Swakis tries to feed it in front. Good defensive play there by Brennan to stop that pass, and then the loose puck slid right in front of Coppola, and he smartly just fell on top of that to get a whistle with 2:32 to go here in the first period. 1-1, still the score.
Yeah, a little sloppy play at the blue line there by the Bengals. They were trying to hit that home run pass for the breakaway, and the Thunderwolves knocked it down and created a 2-on-1 down low. Great defensive play by the roller hockey guy, Adam Brennan, and then a nice save, a nice cover-up by the goaltender Coppola there.
Caleb Lee with a quick shot off the draw. It hit a body, bounced up in the air, and then we have a little bit of pushing and shoving in front of the net. This is what we had avoided so far today, but a lot of what we saw last week, and right in the middle of it is Ryan Hahn, who was in the middle of that altercation last week as well.
Yep, and I think Ryan Hahn tried to use the net as a weapon right there. The net came flying off its moorings after Hahn went to clear the goal crease right there, and now the sticks are coming off. And it took three of them. It took three of those Thunderwolves players to move Ryan Hahn right there. And are they getting him? It looks like they're going to get it.
It also looked like they were going to get the Thunderwolves player. I'm guessing it's going to be coincidentals here, as it's going to be Hahn and King. Both of the players that were involved in that altercation last week. Not surprised to see them getting involved here again. And conversation going on between the two sides. It appears that it's just going to be 5-on-5 based on what the referee's signal is, or maybe 4-on-4, but coincidental minors being handed out here. And we will play 4-on-4 as the conversation continues in the penalty boxes between Hahn and King.
Okay, yep. Well, the match is lit now, Aaron, so we're going to see what happens here. I mean, last week, something like this snowballed out of control. We're going to see if the teams can keep the level heads right here. Ryan Hahn's fired up right now. He was protecting his goaltender, and it looks like King is a little fired up too, because him and Hahn were going at it all game last week, and they went at each other all games last year as well, so they're familiar with each other.
Coincidental minors there on Hahn and King, so 5-on-5 is the way we're going to play here. It's going to be Schmidl and Lotempio on this draw. Seems that the Thunderwolves have gotten a little bit of momentum from that one goal, as they have had some of the balance of the play here since then. But the Bengals coming away with the puck here and getting it into the Thunderwolves zone. Schultz with some pressure on there. He has three guys on him, but he keeps some good pressure on down low, allowing Elliott Hunt to slide in and try to get a shot in on goal. That one is deflected out into the neutral zone, though. And then the Thunderwolves have to chase it back into their own end as the Bengals dump it back in. Troy Pulley on the far side. His pass is behind Schmidl and into the neutral zone where Brennan picks it up. Brennan tries to bounce it off the boards, but Krupchek steps in that lane. Krupchek tries to get a shot through. That one goes off of Brennan's foot. And then in behind the net for a chance to get it out in front. Nice one-touch shot there as the pass was slid in front on the play by Caleb Lee, and then the shot came quickly from the mid-slot. Good save there by Coppola to keep this a 1-1 game.
Real nice save, too, because the puck was shot towards the post he was sliding from. So he's moving to his right, and then he has to quickly kick out his left pad to keep that puck out from going in. And it was a low-lining, it was a ground seeker, too, Aaron, so he had to get a skate on that.
A little bit of a quick start there on the draw from Kushi, and he is excused from the draw. Well, he doesn't want to step away, and he will be allowed to stay in, I guess, against Krasinski. Krasinski wins that faceoff as Thornton dumps it into the neutral zone. Gloved ahead by Miller as he falls before he can get a hold of it, though. Chips it on into the NCCC zone, but the Thunderwolves clear it back to Murphy. Murphy then goes cross ice to Thornton. Thornton through the neutral zone, and Miller deflects it in. Minute 24 to go here in the first period. It's a 1-1 hockey game. Bengals scoring first, and now an opportunity in front as Miller was just a little bit over anxious there on that shot. He had plenty of time on the backhand, just tried to get it quickly in on net, and it went wide. Thornton gets it up to Glasgow, unable to connect on that pass, but Thornton then starts away again. Miller gets it down low to Thornton. Thornton looking for a pass out in front. Nobody there as two defenders got in the way. Thornton then banks it off the side of the net. Comes out in front, but Kushi slides it off into a safer area in the corner. Thornton keeping the pressure on, sliding in from his defensive spot. Krasinski with some pressure as well, but unable to keep it in the zone as it's Meisenberg in the other direction. Meisenberg on the backhand, saved by Coppola as Murphy fell down on the play. Miller with a long pass through the neutral zone, deflected by Glasgow across the blue line. And Woodward starts up on the near side here. Woodward cross-ice pass to Meisenberg into the far corner with 25 seconds remaining in the period. Murphy gets in the way of a pass and sends a pass up the far boards, but unable to get it out there. Swatcha taken down, allowing Brooks to pick up the puck, though. Cross-ice pass, and he's got Newman on the breakaway. Newman coming in alone, 2 shots on goal. Made the first save, did Baylor, and then the second opportunity as the puck was up in the air, and Newman had another swat at it. Couldn't get it past the goaltender, though, and that looks like it's the way the first period's going to end, with a breakaway opportunity for the Bengals, foiled by the goaltender, Austin Baylor. So after one period of play, no score, our score is 1-1. What'd you see there in the first period, Sean?
In the beginning, a lot of it looked like a bit of a feeling out period at first, and then, an errant pass here, an errant pass there. Both teams would end up getting their goal. 2 very nicely well-executed plays to get those goals, and then at the end of the period, we started seeing some transition, a lot of shots, breakaways, point-blank chances, and some great goaltending. So it looks like the intensity, and it looks like the chances are going to start coming in the second period.
Bengals got the first goal of the game on the power play by Michael Swatcha, but it was NCCC answering with a goal of their own to make this a 1-1 hockey game. Coverage of Bengals hockey brought to you by Ivy Lee Pharmacy on Elmwood Avenue in Kenmore. Ivy Lee is a locally owned neighborhood pharmacy for over 60 years, and they're offering COVID-19 rapid testing by appointment at ivyleepharmacy.com or 622-8040. Coverage also brought to you by Envious Gameware, the official uniform supplier of the Bengals. Find them online at enviousgameware.com. Also coverage brought to you by Vintage Ice Hockey, bringing dead hockey teams back to life with high-quality apparel. Check out the classic logos and wild stories from the history of hockey and use promo code STRIPES at vintageicehockey.com for 15% off. So after 20 minutes of play, it's a 1-1 hockey game between the Thunderwolves and Bengals. We're going to step away for a moment and be back with second period coverage. Hello again from Cornerstone Arena in Lockport, New York. We are set for second period action between the Bengals Hockey Club and the Niagara County Community College Thunderwolves. It is a 1-1 score after 20 minutes of play. Good evening. My name is Aaron Elpern, joined by Sean McHugh. And Sean, it was a bit of a different period of play than we saw in game one between these two teams.
Yeah, it definitely was, Aaron. It felt, like I said, more like a feeling out period. A lot of, almost cautious play. It looks like there was a bit of an emphasis on defense and not allowing these teams to get out into transition for scoring chances. So a lot of the offense was coming from in the zone, except for N-Trip. The one time they did get out in transition, they did put the puck in the net.
Goal scored in that first period for the Bengals. Number 45, Michael Swacha, scoring on an assist by number 12, Joe Krasinski. The goal scorer for the NCCC Thunderwolves was number 5, Cam King, assisted by number 27, Dom Pulley. We start second period action playing 5-on-5. There were some penalties late in period one to Ryan Hahn and Cam King, both of them receiving 10-minute misconducts for their action around the Bengals goal. So both of them will be out of the lineup at least for a little bit here in the second period. It's notable losses for both teams as they are two of the better players on each side as the puck comes up flying over the glass and near our broadcast positions. We'll have the first stoppage of period number 2, 15 seconds into the action. 1-1 is the score between the Bengals and Thunderwolves.
Yes, Aaron, and Hahn and King are both big losses for their respective teams for any amount of time. Hahn is the backbone of that defense, and Cam King is one of the better goal scorers and forwards for the Thunderwolves.
Elliott Hunt with a loose puck in the neutral zone, tries to step around a defender. He's got a lane here, gets a shot towards the goal, but a good defensive play there as Pulley slid in to deflect that one wide. Puck comes out the far side. Brennan keeping it in on the play. Joe Lotempio tries to feed a pass out in front, but he spun and couldn't quite get it on the stick of Schultz. Gives the Thunderwolves a chance to clear, but they can't get it past Baker in the neutral zone, and Baker sends it back into NCCC territory. Dom Pulley picking up the puck in the far corner, looking for a pass. He goes in behind his net now and tries to feed a pass along to Troy Pulley behind the net. Troy Pulley then through the center of the ice to Kushi. Kushi takes a hit on the play as Baker then knocks it back into the Thunderwolves zone. Bengals tag up and now look to put on some forecheck pressure. Puck comes through the neutral zone. Glasgow with a chance to deflect that pass, but he couldn't get it away from Meisenberg. Good defensive play by Adam Brennan, as Brennan makes sure Meisenberg didn't have much of an opportunity there. Krasinski across the blue line. Krasinski brings a shot in towards the net. Gets it up high on the goaltender Baylor. Handcuffed him there slightly, but Baylor managed to hang on, keep a rebound from coming out, and he'll hold on for a face-off to his right with 18:39 to go in period number 2.
Bengals really looking to push that transition game too. That's 2 chances right there. I wouldn't say they're high danger chances, but they're really trying to get those shots from the off wing to work their transition game where they're so strong.
Ben Murphy trying to get a shot from the near boards that hits a skate and goes towards the corner. Comes back out to Murphy though, and he feeds it in down low. Miller with the pressure there, feeds it along to Glasgow. Glasgow back to the point to Murphy. Murphy looking for a lane to fire it through. He feeds it down low to Glasgow, and then Krasinski in behind the net. Player gets knocked down there as the net just gets knocked off of its mooring slightly. The referee blowing the play dead there because of that. And we'll have another face-off coming up. Looks like it'll be probably inside the NCCC zone as we are 1 minute and 45 seconds into period 2.
I'd like to see Murphy move the puck a little quicker there. He's looking for the shot there. They've got a set up play where they're looking for the screen in front, but it wasn't there. I'd like to see Murphy reverse it right there.
Murphy quick with the shot on that one. There was not much of a screen there, unfortunately. Want to see maybe a mix of those two plays, have a little bit more of the screen from the first play there on the second play, but a good, quick, hard shot, low in on goal. Baylor had a little bit of a difficulty with it at first. He did manage to cover it up, though. Glasgow with the puck off the face-off win, but unable to keep it in as NCCC clears the zone and gets it into Bengal territory where Thornton picks it up, kicks it along, tries to feed a pass up to Glasgow, but Schmidl keeps the pressure on there. Puck is in the referee's skates as two players from each side try to dig it out. Brzezinski's the one that finds it, and he feeds a pass up to Glasgow. Glasgow through the neutral zone, dumps it in towards the net, off the back of the boards, and then Miller has some pressure there on Fogle. Miller coming up with the puck there, but he can't get it past Fogle the second time, and they get a pass up the far boards, up to the far point. Murphy keeps it in briefly, but a chance now for the Thunderwolves. Swakis drops it to Schmidl. Schmidl in towards the goal, drop pass, unable to connect there with Benedict, but it looks like they did draw a penalty on the play. It was a good scoring chance that didn't quite materialize for the Thunderwolves, but they will get a 2-minute man advantage out of it as well.
Schmidl's got to be a little more selfish right there too, Aaron. He had all day and half the night to shoot that puck. He tried to do the saucy little backhand pass for the pretty tap-in goal. Positive for the Thunderwolves is they're going to get a power play out of this, but you got to think Chuck Schmidl's one of their best players. You want to see him shoot that puck right there.
Without a doubt, there was one of those opportunities that you saw developing quickly, and there were no Bengals in the territory to get back to keep that from happening. It was a play right there at the NCCC blue line. Murphy had a chance to keep it in. He did keep it in, was unable to stay on his skates though, and that gave the Thunderwolves a chance to counter in the other direction. Lee keeps it in, shot in towards the goal, loose puck in front of the net, cleared out of danger before it gets in on goal though. As it's now Meisenberg setting up the power play for NCCC. Back to Pulley, his shot hits a skate, sitting there in front, one save made as the loose puck comes out to Kushi. Kushi then feeds the pass back to the point, slap shot taken there, that one doesn't get through traffic. Baker clears it out to the side. Hyde then with a chance to clear, gets it to Militello, then out into the neutral zone with 1:28 to go in the penalty to Mitch Thornton. Meisenberg carrying it on now. Hyde takes it off of his stick, feeds a backhand pass out into the neutral zone and clears the zone, but Glasgow knocks it down with a high stick and was unable to play it, even though he would have had a step on the defender. Lee now in across the blue line, slowly setting up the power play. Glasgow skates past him and Lee lets a shot go, but Glasgow now finds the loose puck and carries it out. Glasgow fans on a pass, but he finds it again, then feeds it to Hyde, and Hyde now 2-on-1 with Militello. Tries to get a pass across to Militello. Militello finds the loose puck, shot up high, can't get it past the goaltender Baylor. It looks like the rebound came out to him and he tried to angle it in with his body. That one didn't get past Baylor either. Woodward now in on goal and shoots and scores. Kyle Woodward had a good look from the short side there, fired it up top, and he beat the goaltender up just under the bar on the far side. It's now a 2-1 lead for NCCC.
And Tripp gets out in transition right there, and the defensemen are caught a little flat-footed for the Bengals right there. Forward gets in alone, gets in with enough space right there, and rips one right over the glove. And then Tripp gets the lead on the power play after what looked like a very dangerous scoring chance for a shorthanded goal by Militello seconds prior to that.
Looked like maybe the Bengals got caught trying to create offense there on the penalty kill, forgot that they were maybe killing a penalty, gave a little bit too much space there, and Woodward made them pay for it, making this a 2-1 hockey game.
Yeah, but Buff State coming right back in with some pressure right now. We're going to get an offensive zone face-off, and they're sending Swatcha out there along with Brooks and along with Newman, trying to get some pressure and some speed down there so they can stop the momentum for the Thunderwolves and get some of it back on their own.
It's a big shift here for the Bengals as they got the first goal here in this game, but it's been fairly even since then, and I think they want to make sure they can establish some control over this contest if they can. Brooks with the loose puck, feeds it through the neutral zone. Schmidl gets in the way of that pass and looks to start in the other direction. Schmidl across the blue line has Swakis with him. In the far corner, Brennan on Schmidl, the two number 88s there, as it's Brennan getting the better of that one. Puck on the near boards, the Thunderwolves keeping it in. Jones behind the net, tries to feed a pass out in front. Swakis with a chance there to get a shot in. Can't quite get it off, though, as the opportunity came right out to him. Schmidl keeping it in as he takes the puck off of Murphy's stick. Back to the point, through the legs of the defenseman, though. And the Thunderwolves can only send it back in and then tag up. Thunderwolves making a couple of changes here as Murphy sends a long pass through the neutral zone. That one's intercepted by Fogle, and the Thunderwolves counter in the other direction. Fogle carries it in, lets a shot go. That hits a skate and doesn't get through. Dom Pulley keeps it in, though. Puck at the blue line there, sent back in by Swakis, keeping a little bit of that pressure on for the Thunderwolves as the puck came out into the neutral zone, and the Thunderwolves just sent it back into Bengal territory. Murphy looking for a pass there in the far corner. Goes off the boards with it. Kept in briefly, but Swatcha finds the loose puck and carries it into the NCCC zone. Newman with some good puck support to find a loose puck there, and Schultz slides in to help as well. Schultz feeds a pass in front, but the first one to it is Dom Pulley, and he gets it out of danger. Newman carrying it out towards the point, feeds a pass down low, it goes just past Swatcha, and Pulley picks it up. Pulley up the far boards, kept in by Joe Lotempio. Lotempio knocks down Krupchek, then picks up a loose puck. Lotempio trying to drive in towards the goal, but he got driven off of it by Lively, and then it's cleared out into the neutral zone. Schultz the first one to it there as he's got Krupchek on him. Jeff Hyde sliding in and picking up a loose puck and starting in the other direction for the Orange and Black. Hyde dumping it in. Schultz with a step on the defender. Schultz gets it down low to Hunt. Hunt tries to feed in front of the net. Bouncing puck there. Hunt can't find a teammate in front of the net to get the pass on to there. And now Pulley tries to skate it around him. Pulley kicks it along the far boards. Schultz keeping it in there. Kept in at the point by Thornton. Puck back to the point to Thornton. His shot gets all the way in on goal. Looks like Schultz might have set up a screen there in front. Baylor got a view of it, though, and made the save on it. A little bit of pressure here from this line for the Bengals as Schultz now feeds a pass out in front that goes off the goaltender and then sits at the top of the crease briefly. But the NCCC Thunderwolves, the first ones to it there and getting a chance to clear. Shot in on goal from Thornton. A little bit of pressure from Joe Lotempio here. Elliot Hunt picks up a pass. Shot coming from Miller as Miller let that shot go. He had the pass coming out from behind the net. Elliot Hunt got it right onto Miller's tape. Miller got it right in on goal, but a good save there by Baylor as a little bit of an answer shift there for the Bengals.
Yeah, it was, and they were really pressing right there. And that shot by Hunt looked like it might have hit a defenseman in front, which made it change directions, which makes the save by Baylor even more impressive right there. He has been very, very strong tonight, just as he was in the first game.
Yeah, I definitely think he had a strong game in game one. A tough assignment to come in 7 minutes into a 3-0 game. He was solid, even though he did give up 5 goals in the contest. I thought he was impressive in his debut. Adam Brennan keeps the puck in as an NCCC player loses his stick, but it comes out into the neutral zone as it's sitting there in the skates of Adam Brennan. Brennan carries it across the blue line, fans on the shot, and it comes back out into the neutral zone, and Baker sends it back into the Thunderwolves' end. Time to operate there for Woodward as he feeds a pass up the far boards, and Lee sends it the rest of the way. This one will go for icing on the play, so with 12.5 minutes to go in the second period, we're going to have a face-off down in the NCCC territory. The Thunderwolves are leading this one by a score of 2-1.
This is the way the Bengals are. They wanted to play all game. They're spending time in the zone, getting point shots to the net, and getting traffic in front. They're working down low and getting to work on these defensemen right now. Now they're sending a scoring line out there with an offensive zone face-off.
Miller with the shot right off the face-off, gloved by Baylor. Good face-off then, their win by Krasinski, as it was right on the tape for Miller. A chance to get a shot quickly in on goal off the draw.
They are not afraid to test this kid either, Aaron. They are shooting from everywhere on him.
Similar play off the face-off as it came back to Miller. Miller slid it back to Brennan, whose shot was in on net. Baylor up to that challenge again, however, and we'll have another face-off to Baylor's right as the 10-minute misconducts are finally released. Hahn and King back into the action.
That's going to be a welcome addition right now for Ryan Hahn. Just his ability to skate the puck out of the zone will alleviate a lot of the pressure the Thunderwolves have been able to put on in this period.
Krasinski and Schmidl on this draw. Krasinski with another clean win back to Brennan. Brennan then feeds it to Miller, who spins in towards the net, gets taken down on the plate, no call, as Fogle sends it up the far boards. Kept in by Brennan, good play with his skates. Pass out in front to Miller, good save by Baylor as Glasgow set him up nicely in front of the net. Glasgow then tries to feed a pass back to the point to Baker, out of his reach, however, and now Baker with some activity on him. King with a lane, King with a step in on goal, shot in on net, saved by Kumpf on the play, but a penalty is coming up as the referee's arm is up here on the play, and it's going to be a Bengal penalty. A power play coming up for the NCCC Thunderwolves.
Yeah, Baker didn't feel the weak side pressure on him right there. He spun away from the first guy pressuring him, but then after that, he got it taken down. So we're going to see a penalty here as Brennan had to get back to stop the scoring chance by Cam King. So Brennan might have very easily saved the goal right there.
Bengals had some pressure in the couple of minutes leading up to that. However, they're going to have to kill off a penalty here as Brennan takes the 2-minute minor with 11:56 to go in the second period. Thunderwolves leading this one by a 2-1 score.
Big penalty kill for the Bengals here, Aaron. They got to kill this one.
Thunderwolves winning possession off the draw as it's Lee keeping it in. Down low to Woodward. Woodward gets it to Schmidl. Schmidl tries to feed it back out in front. That one hit off a skate though and then slides back to the point. Dom Pulley at the midpoint, gets it to King. King's cross-ice pass doesn't connect with Lee, and Lee has to go into the corner for it. Lee to Schmidl. Schmidl around behind the net. King's one-touch shot doesn't get in on net. As it comes now back to the point to Dom Pulley. Pulley goes cross-ice with it as he takes a check from Militello. Comes back out to the far post and just bounced over the stick of Schmidl there. Could have been a good opportunity on the back door on a bouncing play off the back of the net. Schmidl's shot blocked there. Rebound opportunity goes wide as Lee stepped in to let the shot go. Minute 10 in the Bengals power play as Ryan Hahn steps into a lane there and sends a backhand the length of the ice to alleviate a little bit of pressure here in the Bengals zone and kill off a little bit more time on the penalty.
Yeah, they needed to get that puck out too. The end trip had him moving and had him a little out of sorts there. So it's really good that they get a chance to reset here.
Schmidl with speed carrying it into the zone. Goes wide and tries to get a backhand past the goaltender Kumpf, but hit off the shoulder of Evan Kumpf there on the play. Puck comes out to the blue line. Schmidl keeps it in. One-touch shot. Good hard shot there by Caleb Lee as the pass came down low to him in the bottom of the circle. Kumpf slid over though and was sharp on that one.
Big save, not only to stop that quick shot, but there was an end trip forward sitting right there if that puck hits the ice. He's got no defenseman near him, and the goaltender's moving, so that's really big that he was able to squeeze that puck and prevent a rebound. 43 seconds remaining in the penalty to Brennan as Glasgow finds the puck off the faceoff, then gets taken down as he tried to carry it out of the zone. That's going to even things up here as Glasgow tries to drive in towards it. Maybe 2 penalties on the play. There might be. He got a trip.
Definitely got the one at his blue line. Whether or not they give him the second one is still to be determined, but with 33 seconds in the penalty to Brennan, there's going to be at least 1 penalty to the NCCC Thunderwolves. Looks like it is just going to be 1 to number 17, Fogel.
Yeah, I think both refs got the call on Fogel right there because he tripped him, and I don't really want to say a tripping penalty is ever good, but John Glasgow's probably in alone if he doesn't do that, so you don't want that kid getting in alone. Whatever you got to do.
4-on-4 play as the puck comes back out to Thornton. His shot in on goal, and a rebound opportunity is put home by Joe Krasinski. The Bengals have tied this one up as the shot came in hard and low from the point by Mitch Thornton. The first one to it was Joe Krasinski, and he found the rebound and put it home to tie this game.
Joe Krasinski camping in the sweet spot right there. The shot, a good low knuckle puck from the point. Goaltender Baylor makes a really nice save on the initial shot, but the rebound hits him square in the pad, bounces right out to the slot, right onto Krasinski's tape, and he buries it to tie this game. Aaron, we got a goaltending switch. Brian Coppola is now coming into the net for Evan Kumpf.
Yes, we had a little bit of a mix-up with our goaltenders for the Bengals in the first period. It was Evan Kumpf getting the start, and now we have a switch as Brian Coppola comes in to finish off the game here. It's 2-2 with a little bit more than 10 minutes to go in period number 2. And it's going to still be 4-on-4 as the Bengals goal there came at even strength.
A little more open ice for the Bengals to skate with here, Aaron. I think the Bengals have the advantage there with more open ice.
Certainly do, and then 25 seconds they'll have a man advantage to play with as well. Puck in the NCCC zone. Krupchik tries to clear it out of the zone, but it's chipped along towards Hunt. Hunt has Troy Pulley on him, though, and Pulley steps away. Pulley carries it in. He's got Murphy on him. Pulley's backhand shot in on goal. Coppola tested there right off the outset as a good opportunity down low for the Thunderwolves. Nice hit below our position here by Hunt, and a second one into the open door by Joe Lotempio as Brennan was coming out at the end of his penalty.
I think 4 different players got hit by that right there. The door swung open and smacked Adam Brennan as he was trying to get onto the ice.
Bengals keeping it on the power play now. Schultz has the puck in the corner, tries to get a backhand pass along to Hunt. That one's intercepted by Kushi, but Kushi unable to get it past Murphy. Actually just does slide it out into the neutral zone where Baker then picks it up. Baker to Hunt. Hunt goes cross ice where he's got Schultz just inside the blue line. And now Lotempio setting it up at the top of the circle. Drops a pass to Elliott Hunt. Hunt on the far board, slides it back to Glasgow. Glasgow with 50 seconds in the power play, fires a shot towards the goal. That goes off a body and into the corner. Troy Pulley with a chance to get it out, but he fans on it. Chance in front, redirected by Schultz. Goes off the goaltender and just wide. Back to the point to Glasgow. He keeps it in and slides a pass across to Baker. Baker just gets it down low where it's going to be Joe Lotempio finding the puck. Lotempio in the corner, looking for a pass, fires it. It goes off the side of the net. It's sitting on the back of the goal now as Glasgow picks it up there, tries to bank it off the goaltender, but it hits a defenseman and goes into the corner. Glasgow goes cross ice to Krasinski. Krasinski shot in on goal, saved by Baylor. Rebound sat there briefly, but Baylor fell on top of it to get a whistle with 13 seconds to go in the penalty to NCCC.
Bengals got a little pep in their step from that goal there, and they're buzzing around, moving the puck and shooting from everywhere. That's going to be the trend because that's how you're going to beat Baylor. He's a strong goaltender. You just got to use law of averages and just pepper the kid with shots, and got to get one, got to get a rebound, got to get a screen, or you got to get one to bounce.
13 seconds left to go in the man advantage here for the Bengals. See if they can mount a little bit more offensive pressure with the man advantage. It comes back to Baker. His pass goes over the stick of Newman though with 6 seconds to go in the man advantage. Hahn gets it taken off of his stick, but he finds it again as the defender lost his stick in the play. Fed in behind the net to Newman as the penalized player returns for NCCC. They tried to find a long pass through the neutral zone. It might have been too many men on the ice again for NCCC. Stepping in, making a good play there was number 3, Baker. Hahn with the puck in behind his net. He's got 2 different Thunderwolves on him. He feeds a pass off the glass, but it goes just up and over the glass and into the protective netting. So we'll have a face-off probably in the Bengals zone. No, it's going to be in the neutral zone with 8:07 to go in the second period. We have a 2-2 hockey game.
Yeah, I don't think Meisenberg's crazy about that call either. He's arguing that he didn't touch that puck because they're saying it was deflected out, but it's falling on deaf ears. This face-off's going to be in the neutral zone.
Cole Newman winning the draw for the Bengals as Ryan Hahn then banks it off the glass and all the way down into NCCC territory. This one will go for icing though, as unable to win that race was Cole Newman and Michael Swatcha, even though they were putting in hard hustle to get down there and to beat out that icing.
Yep, well, Bengals are coming with speed again, and there's some jump in them after that goal. They got their leader from the back end, Ryan Hahn, back on the ice as well. It's basically a brand new game since the start of this, since the halfway point of the second period, and both teams are looking like they're exchanging chances right now.
Face-off won by the Thunderwolves. Shot doesn't get through as Swatcha stepped in to block that one. Then that shot is blocked as it's on its way to the goal, and then Coppola just plays it off into the corner. Picked up there by Ryan Hahn. Hahn feeds it behind the net to Baker. And then Baker comes up the far boards to Brooks. Brooks with Jones on him. Gets some help there from Newman. And the puck comes out to the blue line. Now Newman carries it through the neutral zone. He gets taken down on the play. We're going to have a little bit of back and forth here between Jones and Brooks, as they had a little bit of a difference of opinion behind the play and continued it through the neutral zone.
Yeah, Nick Brooks is no stranger to that either. He's a gritty, hard-nosed player. A little tie-up behind the play, and the refs keeping control. They're going to get both guys right here. Yeah, Brooks is they're both getting 2, and we're going to go 4-on-4, Aaron.
2 penalties to each side, or a penalty to each side. So it's going to be Jones and Brooks on the call here. So 4-on-4 as Schmidl and Newman step in to take this draw. Meisenberg finds possession for the Thunderwolves. Meisenberg with pressure there on Brennan. The 2 make contact, and sliding over to help was Newman. Back to the point. Pulley keeps it in. He gets it down low to Woodward. Woodward loses control of it though as Newman took it off of his stick, and then around the defenseman. Newman with a step on in here. Lets the shot go from just outside the goal line, goes up and over top of the net, then out in the neutral zone where Hyde has to pick it up. Hyde slides it along to Swatcha. Swatcha then circles through the neutral zone and builds some speed. Swatcha around one defender, gets it taken off of his stick though, and now a chance to carry it out as it was Meisenberg getting knocked down in the play by Newman before he knocked it into the Bengals' end. Brennan with a backhand pass up the far wing. King is the first one to it though. King in towards the goal. Can't get a backhand shot as he took a big hit in front by Jeff Hyde.
He paid the price for that, Aaron.
Go to the dirty areas, you might get hit like that. As Newman now carries it out of the zone and dumps it in before he almost takes a hit from King. But he gets it deep into the Thunderwolves' end where Dom Pulley has some pressure coming from Swatcha. Swatch almost getting that puck off of his stick as he chased in from behind the net. Hyde stepping up and making a good play at his blue line there.
That was sneaky too. King was not ready for Hyde. I think he was thinking Hyde was going to try to hit him, and Hyde just picked his pocket right there.
John Glasgow now with a head of steam through the neutral zone. He's got to step on one defender, and he carries it into the end. Shot goes up and over top of the net, and Hyde keeps it in with his skate here at the near point. Good little spinning play there as he feeds it down low to Miller. 27 seconds in the coincidental minors as Woodward picks it up behind his net. Feeds a pass up to Caleb Lee. Lee can't get it past Hyde, and Hyde carries it in. Hyde losing control of it to Lee, though, and now Lee carries it through the neutral zone. Only one man back for the Bengals here as Lee has a head of steam. Lee in on goal. His shot just goes up and over top of the net as the Bengals might have been caught there without the proper amount of numbers back defensively. Nice hit there by Miller as he tried to step around the defender, unable to get it past him, so he just took him out on the play. And then the puck is sent back into Bengals territory where Brennan chases after it. The two penalties expiring there, Sean, as the teams are back to 5-on-5 with a little bit more than 5 minutes to go in this period. John Glasgow starts in the opposite direction. Glasgow into the slot. Nice move around the defender. Tries to get it around the goaltender. Has him out of the net, but couldn't get a person in front of the net to feed a pass to. Some great stick handling, but unable to actually get a chance in on goal there.
That was a nifty little move right there by Glasgow.
Benedict tries to feed a pass in front. Good defensive play by Murphy, but Swakes slides in for the NCCC Thunderwolves. His backhand goes just wide. Battle for it behind the net as it's up against the goal right now. Referee blows the play dead, and we'll have a face-off coming up in the Bengals territory with 4:48 to go in the second period. It is a 2-2 hockey game, Sean.
All right, there's some fireworks coming now. That was some nifty stick work there by John Glasgow. It's unfortunate that he couldn't finish it right there or find somebody in front of the net. And then, a little bit of the pass to the point actually got down low, and then N-Trip was able to get some offense out of that as well.
And NCCC trying to set up some forecheck there. They couldn't quite get a pass all the way out in front. Now it's Militello in the neutral zone. Militello tries to get it along to Hunt. That pass doesn't connect. And NCCC with a chance to counter. Swake is through the neutral zone. Thornton stepping up and making a play on him. Swakis lets a shot go from just inside the blue line, blockered away by Coppola. Puck goes up in the air and swatted out of the air by Joe Lotempio. That puck was in a dangerous spot up in the air and could have landed where anyone could have gotten a shot in on goal. Alex Militello taking it out of danger, flips it high into the NCCC territory. It ends up in on goal. And then Elliott Hunt takes his man out late on the play. It looks like he's going to be penalized for that one.
Completely unnecessary play by Elliott Hunt right there, too. He did not have to do that. The refs are going to call that all day. The player's back was to him, and he just shoved him into the boards. Yeah, that's not a great penalty to take by Elliott Hunt right there, especially after the whistle.
Hunt was shaking his head at the official as he went to the penalty box, but I'd have to agree with you, Sean, that was not the wisest of penalties to take, especially after the play when nothing was really happening in front of the net.
No, those are the mistakes that N-Trip was making in the last game, and it bit them hard. So you don't want to see the Bengals fall into those traps.
4:05 to go in the second period, and the NCCC Thunderwolves get a chance here on the power play again. But it is the Bengals winning the draw and Baker clearing the zone. Miller then taking a hit right here below our broadcast position from Pulley, but he gets the puck off of Pulley's stick as it looks like Miller's trying to make this happen himself. In on goal. Good save there by Baylor as he maybe didn't know where it went after he made the initial save on Ryan Miller.
I think Miller just dangled the entire N-Trip team and coaching staff on that play right there. That was nasty. And then he gets to the net. Baylor makes another outstanding save, keeping the puck out of his net on a great chance.
Baker stepping up and cutting off a lane for Benedict as he was trying to bring it into the zone. Allowed the Bengals to clear it and then just sent back into the NCCC territory as they settle things down and set up their breakout. Puck is deflected into the Bengal territory. Ryan Hahn picks it up there. Hahn with a step and then sends it the length of the ice. And that will kill off a little bit more time in the penalty to Elliott Hunt. 1:05 in the Bengals penalty kill. Dom Pulley now with a pass cross ice. He finds Jason Kushi with that one. Kushi with a goal and an assist in game 1 of the season against the Bengals. Tries to set it up on the far wall, but he gets knocked down on the play. And it's sent all the way out to the point where John Glasgow gets it past Troy Pulley. Swatcha with a step now. Swatcha with a lane, carrying it in, lets a shot go on goal. Good save by Baylor as Swatcha had his eyes on another shorthanded goal there. Schmidl in the opposite direction with 35 seconds to go in the man advantage. Feeds a pass in front, sitting there briefly. Unable to get to it, though, was Meisenberg. Couldn't get the stick quite on it to get that shot in on goal. He had a moment where he could have had a lot of time to get that shot in. Cam King with it at the Bengals blue line. Gets it around Ryan Hahn and gets it deep. Pass to Schmidl, then back to the point to Troy Pulley. Gets it across to Lee, and Lee fires the shot on goal. Coppola making that save. It goes off to the side of the net where Baker finds it. He has it on the backhand and then tries to get it out of the zone, but Pulley keeps it in there. Elliott Hunt out of the penalty box as the penalty is over. The Bengals back to even strength. Hahn clears it through the neutral zone just out of the reach of Glasgow, as that could have been a 2-on-0 if that pass would have connected.
Yeah, that was a nice looking play right there and a great defensive play by the end trip defender right there.
Caleb Lee with a chance now, gets it across to King. King shot right in on goal. Coppola making a good save as Sipniewski's in behind the defense alone. It's a 3-on-1 developing, but Sipniewski just a little bit too quick with that.
It looks like he panicked right there, Aaron. I don't think he had any idea how much time he had. And in his defense, how often do you have that much time in that spot on the ice?
It was a strangely developing play. I can imagine why he would feel like he needed to rush to get something in front of the net to set up a scoring opportunity. Adam Brennan just settling things down with 1:20 to go in the period. As Brennan looks for a passing opportunity here, he just sends it long through the neutral zone where it's gloved down by Woodward.
That is what N-Trip wants you to do when they set up in that defense. You got to try and tic-tac-toe and go through the middle. Those long passes are not going to get home when they set up into that 1-2-2.
Here's an opportunity for Hussey on the break. Hussey in alone, shot up high, handled by Baylor as an intercepted pass right inside the blue line was grabbed by number 67, Alex Hussey. Carried it in, let that shot go from just outside the hash marks, and it looked like Baylor kind of struggled to make sure he had it, but he did make the save. He did hold on, and to keep any second opportunity from happening. Under a minute to go here in the period as the faceoff is deep in the Thunderwolves zone. Swatcha lets the shot go. Rebound chance up in the air and now up on top of the net as it looked like two different Bengal players had chances to bury that rebound. Unable to find a handle on it and get it down on the ice to get the shot in on goal, though. And eventually the whistle blows with the puck on top of the net. 49 seconds to go in period number 2, Sean.
And there's Michael Swatcha again, just using that big body and smooth skating to create a shot for himself. And the thing is, the unfortunate part is, you probably couldn't do that again if you tried. Land a puck on top of the net.
Jones clears it out of the NCCC zone as Brennan has a little bit of difficulty there trying to get around the referee, but he finds the puck in the far corner.
I think it's boarded.
Gets knocked down on the play. It's the back official that's going to be calling this one. As he signals the call, it doesn't look like Jones agrees with the call, but he's heading to the penalty box again. So the Bengals will get to finish off this period with a little bit of power play time. 36 seconds to go in period number 2. And the faceoff will be coming up inside the Thunderwolves zone. The Bengals with the 5-on-4 advantage.
Yep, and Jones can disagree with that call all he wants. When you see the players' back numbers and you put them into the wall, that's going to be boarding every time. I mean, Brennan had to fight through the official, and then he had to fight through a boarding check. Luckily, the back judge got that call, and the Bengals are heading back to the power play.
Right off the face-off there, the puck is scrambled, but finding it is Schultz. Schultz then gets it back to Baker, and the two-play catch with it. Down low to Hunt. Hunt to Baker at the point with 24 seconds in the period. Cross to Glasgow, cross ice to Hunt. One-time shot on goal, saved by Baylor. Clearing a tent up the near side, unable to get it out though as it's Glasgow keeping it in. Cross to Baker, one-time shot. That one's deflected up and off the glass over the net, but kept in with 8 seconds to go by Glasgow. His shot in on goal. That one's deflected by Jolo Tempio. A rebound was there for just a moment, but Baylor quickly covered it up to make sure there wasn't a second chance here with 5 seconds to go in period number 2.
Great individual effort there by John Glasgow as well. He skates the puck down, coming hard off the shot around the boards. Keeps it in, turns, protects it from the defender bearing down on him, then rips a slap shot with a deflection in front.
3 seconds here as the NCCC Thunderwolves win possession off the draw, and that will do things here for period number 2 action. We've got ourselves a heck of a hockey game here from the Cornerstone Arena, Sean. It is 2-2 after 2 periods of play between the NCCC Thunderwolves and the Bengals Hockey Club. Goal each in that period for the two sides, and it's certainly setting up to be an exciting third period, Sean.
Absolutely, and here's the thing too. I mean, I know there's penalties, but the penalties are not so much lack of discipline and anger. They're more effort penalties and plays to stop scoring chances. This is a really, really well played, strong hockey game. Buff State wants, to continue to get revenge for the championship loss. N-Trip wants to get revenge for the 8-2 blowout they suffered at the hands of the Bengals right here. Both teams playing for it right now, and both teams are playing very well. So I'm looking forward to see what we get in this third period.
Heck of a game so far. We've got 20 minutes left here from the Cornerstone Arena in Lockport, New York. It's a 2-2 hockey game. Definitely stay tuned for third period action between the Bengals and Thunderwolves. Our coverage is brought to you by Envious Gameware, the official uniform supplier of the Buffalo Bengals. Find them online at enviousgameware.com. Coverage also brought to you by Ivy Lee Pharmacy on Elmwood Avenue in Kenmore. Ivy Lee is a locally owned pharmacy for over 60 years in the neighborhood, offering COVID-19 rapid testing by appointment at ivyleepharmacy.com or 622-8040. Coverage also brought to you by Vintage Ice Hockey, bringing dead hockey teams back to life with high-quality apparel. Use promo code STRIPES at vintagehockey.com for 15% off. We're going to take a little bit of a break here, but we'll be back in about 10 minutes with third period action live from Lockport. And welcome back to Cornerstone Arena in Lockport, New York. We're about set for third period action between the NCCC Thunderwolves and the Bengals Hockey Club. Our score after 2 periods of play is 2-2. Each side with a goal in the first, and then each side again with a goal in the second period. Bengals will start period number 3 with the man advantage. Alongside color commentator Sean McHugh, I'm Aaron Alpern, excited to bring you the conclusion of this game. And Sean, we've seen excellent action so far through the first 40 minutes.
Absolutely we have, Aaron. We've seen offense, we've seen defense, we've seen goaltending, we've seen a little bit of shoving as well. We're getting a little bit of everything through 2 periods in this game, and these are 2 teams that want this win really bad. So I can't wait to get this period underway to see what we get in this period, because this is a very well played, very intense game. And it's unfortunate that somebody's got to lose this game, but that's how it is.
I would say that the first game of the season between these 2 teams wasn't necessarily as well played a hockey game as this one, as it was just filled with penalties throughout. This has been a good back and forth affair so far. We're excited to see what the last 20 minutes of play brings us as the Bengals start the third period on the man advantage. Lotempio and Schultz trying to set up some pressure there on the near wall, but Schmidl gets it to the blue line. Can't get it past Baker, however, as Baker keeps it in. Did come out briefly into the neutral zone there, and the Bengals had to tag up. That gave NCCC an opportunity to send it the length of the ice, where Coppola sets it up in his own zone for Glasgow.
Well, they got to talk right there. They got to communicate.
Baker now feeds a pass all the way up to Schultz, and Schultz has some room to maneuver in the neutral zone. Banks a pass back to Hunt. Hunt carries it in. He lets a shot go. Looked like the goaltender Baylor had a really good view of that one. Didn't have to move a whole lot to make the blocker save, but it looks like it's going to be a 2-man advantage coming up for the Bengals, as Schultz got taken down on the play, and the Bengals will have a 2-man advantage here for 33 seconds, it appears.
This is a big opportunity for the Bengals. That goes without saying, Aaron. A 5-on-3 for 30 seconds. This is something they're going to try to capitalize on, especially now in this third period. This next goal being as huge as it is, Bengals are going to send the guns out there to try and get this next goal.
It's a slashing penalty to Owen Fogle, and that gives Bengals the opportunity. 5-on-3 man advantage here for 33 seconds, but the Thunderwolves win the draw, clear the zone to kill off a little bit of time on that 2-man advantage. Ryan Hahn picking up the puck in his own zone. He's got Miller and Krasinski back here with him. Miller carrying it out into the neutral zone, getting it across to Krasinski. Krasinski across the blue line for the Bengals. slows it down, feeds it back to the point to Ryan Hahn. Hahn looking for a lane there, gets a shot in on goal. Looked like Ryan Miller deflected it and went just wide as the first penalty is expiring. Bengals still with the 5-on-4 as the puck comes to Newman. Newman's shot in towards the goal. One-touch opportunity from Krasinski, unable to get it past the goaltender. Swatcha behind the net now, setting up there, looking for a pass, tried to feed it along to Krasinski. That one hit a skate, comes back to Swatcha on the near side hash marks. Swatcha down low to Newman. Newman back to the point to Miller. Miller quickly along to Hahn. Hahn lets a shot go. That one hits a skate, then comes all the way out into the neutral zone with a minute to go in the second man advantage. Ryan Hahn settling it down in his own zone, in behind the net. He's got one of his teammates making a change now, but he has Newman helping him out down low, feeding a pass along to Lotempio. It was up in the air, and Joe Lotempio had to just settle it down before he could get it up to Swatcha. Good passing through the neutral zone onto Lotempio. Drop pass for Schultz. His shot goes just wide, but it comes quickly to Glasgow. Glasgow at the midpoint, feeds a pass down low to Swatcha. Swatcha then gives it back to Glasgow. Didn't quite get it to him, unable to get the shot in on goal, but Glasgow rather sticking with it there and setting up the power play on the far side. 20 seconds to go in the man advantage. Schultz tries to feed it across to Swatcha. That one was up in the air. Swatcha unable to knock it down. He finds it again, though, and feeds it down low to Schultz as the Bengals have it set up here pretty well, but just 6 seconds to go in the man advantage. Hahn tries to get a shot through. It's deflected into the corner. Lotempio finds it there, gets it over to Schultz. Schultz quickly in on goal. Baylor had the angle, though. Didn't have a whole lot to shoot at, did Schultz there. Thunderwolves coming back to even strength here as we're playing 5-on-5. Cam King carries it out into the neutral zone, easily shrugged off of that one by Ryan Hahn as he made a strong defensive play in the neutral zone.
Yeah, and they're best pals after their altercation earlier in this period. They both wanted to take a run at each other.
Altercation in this game and then last week as well. There's certainly no love lost between number 5 in blue and number 22 in white. Hyde with the puck here in the neutral zone, feathers a pass across to Baker, and Baker sends it into NCCC territory. Pulley just lets it go as it comes up to Benedict. He can't get it out of the zone, though, and Pulley has to pick it up again and feed a pass along to Troy Pulley at the near boards. Baker beats him to it and sends it back into NCCC territory. Baker with the one-man forecheck set up there, and he gets it back to Newman. Newman lets a wrist shot go. That hits a body and goes into the corner. Nick Brooks keeping the pressure on. Brooks in behind the net, 2 men on him, looking for a pass, gets it back to the point. Hyde sliding in, letting a shot go. That one's blocked by Fogle. Fogle then has another shot, hit him in the back as Newman found the rebound. Puck swatted off to the side there as Hunt keeps some pressure on here. Bengals spending a little bit of time here in the offensive zone, but it comes through the neutral zone and into Bengal territory, where Cole Newman picks it up and fires it into the neutral zone. Benedict's the first one to it, though, for NCCC. Carries it back in across the blue line. Takes a small hit there from Baker, then sets up in behind the net, tries to feed a pass to Krupchik. Unable to get that one on the tape, though, and Elliott Hunt finds control. Hunt goes up the far boards with it, too far to get it to Brooks, and it's out into the neutral zone. Hunt now with some pressure here on the puck just below our position, lays a hit on Lively, and then gets some help from Brooks coming in late on the play. Krupchik for NCCC. Krupchik across the blue line, gets it taken off of his stick by Baker. Benedict keeps it in down low for N-Trip, though. Swakis in behind the net as the player avoids a check in behind, and now Alex Militello carries it across his own blue line. Militello avoids a check and dumps it in. He's the first one to it there, looking to pass it out in front. He's got some help coming in from the point. He just takes the shot himself. That one's handled by Baylor, though, as Militello got a lot on that. Let that shot go from just in between the bottom of the circle and the face-off dot, but Baylor was square to him and held on for a whistle. 14:52 to go in the third period. It's a 2-2 hockey game.
Militello showing off that great speed he has, too. He chips the puck by the defender, gets in down low, then creates a really nice scoring chance for himself. But once again, the goaltender Baylor, they're standing tall, making the save.
Definitely a welcome addition back into the lineup for the Bengals. Number 10, Alex Militello, the team's third leading point scorer last year, missed the first game of the season for the Bengals this year. Meisenberg with NCCC, dumping it in, and Murphy the first one to it in the near corner. Murphy tries to feed it along behind the net, can't get it to Thornton. A bouncing puck is found, though, by Thornton, and Thornton clears it out to the blue line, out into the neutral zone. 2-on-1 developing here, Militello and Hussey. Militello takes a shot in on goal, handled there by Baylor. It looks like the rebound was in his skates for a moment, but he was able to fall on top of it before Hussey was able to get in there and get a rebound chance.
What are they doing down there?
I'm not sure. It seemed like Murphy came in late on the play. Yeah, I'm not sure if he lost an edge and fell, but nothing really coming out of that on that play, as Murphy, the former NCCC player, maybe having a little back and forth with some of his former teammates. Faceoff's going to be coming up in the Thunderwolves zone with 14-17 to go in a 2-2 hockey game. Miller wins the draw, gets it to Glasgow. It just slides in towards the net. Then Baylor puts the glove over top of it to stop play. 14-12 now remaining here in the third period. Certainly in for 14 minutes of exciting action, Sean.
Yes, we are. And right now we've also, looks like the Bengals have the Thunderwolves on their heels a little bit. They spent the entire period in their own end right now. I mean, the power play had probably most to do with that. But even at 5-on-5, they're still getting chances, and they're holding the puck down low.
Bengals definitely gathered some momentum from those man advantages and have been spending, as Sean said, the majority of this period in the end to our left. However, it's now to our right as Meisenberg carries it in for the Thunderwolves. Bouncing puck grabbed by Schmidl. He takes a hit by Ryan Hahn, and that allows Krasinski to pick up the puck and clear the zone. Bounces off the boards, and Miller then feeds a pass to Glasgow. Glasgow active boards as that puck took big bounces off the far boards both times.
Great back check by Hahn right there.
Yeah, Jones had a step there on Hahn, but Hahn quickly erased that gap and got back to take the puck off of his stick. And the puck sent all the way back into NCCC territory. Icing waved off on the play as Glasgow sets up the one-man forecheck here. Glasgow intercepted a pass briefly, but Pulley found it and carried it in behind his own net. Swatcha takes it off of his stick in front of Hunt, and Elliot Hunt buries it. It was a quick pass right from behind the net by Michael Swatcha. It was right on the tape, though, for Hunt, and Hunt beat the goaltender Baylor clean. It's now a 3-2 Bengals lead.
There he is again, Aaron. Michael Swatcha comes in on the forecheck, takes the puck right out the defender's stick, puts the puck on a platter for Elliot Hunt. Before anybody for the Thunderwolves had any idea what was going on, Hunt had put the puck in the back of the net. It seemed like it was all the Bengals needed was a chance right there. They got their chance, they didn't miss, and they got that huge third goal in this third period, and now we're in for a ride.
Certainly had gotten plenty of good looks at the net in the moments leading up to that, but it was what seemed to be a somewhat innocent-looking play that happened to develop really quickly. Hunt took advantage, gave his team the lead. Unfortunately, they're going to have to kill off a penalty here as the Bengals take the penalty right immediately after getting the goal, and it's going to be the goal scorer, number 53, Elliot Hunt, heading to the box.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's one thing you'd really like to avoid right there, is taking a penalty right off the face-off, and that's what happened. The Buff State penalty kill's been good so far, so they're going to need to come up big again for the Bengals here, and this is a huge penalty kill.
Bengals now leading this one by a 3-2 count. A little bit more than 13 minutes to go in this contest, and it's a key penalty kill coming up here right now. 2 minutes for hooking was the call to Elliot Hunt. Puck just inside the blue line, kept in by Dom Pulley. And now Cam King with Glasgow on him. Glasgow getting the puck out into the neutral zone while on his stomach, making the play with one hand, taking it off of King's stick. Schmidl countering for the Thunderwolves. Nice hit there. Hyde stepped up to cut off the lane. He took the worst part of the check, but he made the play, and the Bengals clear the zone.
Yep, Hyde wanted to go for the big hit, but he made the play. So that's but also nice on Schmidl there. Hyde's twice his size, and he hit him pretty good. So got to give credit where it's due.
It was probably a good play on either side because from a defensive standpoint, Hyde just shut the door and made sure there was no chance getting the opportunity to clear. And taking down the bigger man probably felt real nice for Chuck Schmidl on that play, as the puck is just inside the NCCC blue line, and Alex Militella putting some pressure on 4 different Thunderwolves players himself, doing some good work to kill off this penalty, then getting some help from Ryan Miller, as Miller made a hard dash across the ice to get into a lane and keep that pass from connecting in the neutral zone, as he is tied up with Cam King in the neutral zone right below us.
He's hitting him.
And now it looks like we're finally going to get a call here, as it's the back official calling it. I don't know if he's going to get them both or if he's just getting the NCCC player.
They're getting them both, Aaron.
Yeah, I see both signals being made here to each player. So the ref will sort this out with the scorekeepers, and we'll have some penalties issued here as Miller and King head to the box. 48 seconds remaining in the original penalty to Hunt. There is 11 minutes and 51 seconds left in the third period. Bengals leading this one by a score of 3-2.
You know, I gotta say, Aaron, too, Cam King is one of the better players for the Thunderwolves, but he keeps putting himself in the box, just always trying to get the last laugh right there. I mean, both guys got tossed, but now the Thunderwolves have to go 2 more minutes without one of their best players.
See what we have here as things settle down. It's going to be 5-on-4 when we restart. 48 seconds remaining in the original Bengals penalty to Elliott Hunt.
So Bengals get out of that relatively unscathed for the most part. They don't go down an additional man. They're just going to pick up right where they're leaving off. But they do lose one of their better skaters and better penalty killers in the process.
Kind of an even trade-off almost. I would say King's probably one of their more biggest offensive threats in the blue and gold. So both of them will sit in the box for 2 minutes and change. As now coming through the neutral zone with the puck, it's Meisenberg. Meisenberg across the blue line, goes wide with it and in behind the net. Good defensive play there by Mitch Thornton, making sure he had no lane in behind the net, took it off of his stick, and then cleared it himself to get us down to 15 seconds to go in the penalty to Hunt.
Meisenberg thought he had him too, and Mitch just waited, and then as soon as that puck was exposed...
Swatcha in front with a chance. A sloppy pass there. Swatcha stepped into the lane, quickly got the shot in on goal, and now he's drawn a penalty, and that will kill off the end of the man advantage for the NCCC Thunderwolves, as Michael Swatcha making his presence felt in the offensive zone yet again.
Michael Swatcha, he's just out there just grinding these defensemen down to a powder. He just gets on those boards and gets on that puck, and he is relentless until that puck is loose. And right there draws a slashing penalty. And again, there was argument on it, but Michael Swatcha's stick went flying across the rink right there. So they whacked him, and it looks like the Bengals are starting to, the Thunderwolves trailing right now, they're starting to get a little sloppy right here, and the Bengals now have a 4-on-3 opportunity.
So yeah, we're 4-on-3 right now. It's 4-on-4 right now. Yeah, finally the fourth Thunderwolves player comes out. 2 seconds remaining in the penalty to Hunt. So after the puck is dropped and Hunt comes out of the box, now the Bengals with the man advantage. Swatcha slows it down and lets the fifth player get back into the play, and Baker slides it across to Newman. Newman at the left point, down low to Brooks. Brooks then carries it out to the near point and feeds it across to Baker. Baker shot in towards the net, rebound deflected just wide by Krasinski. Brooks carrying it in behind the net now. Brooks along to Swatcha, and then Swatcha back to the point to Baker, where he just slows it down. Soft pressure from the Thunderwolves here. Baker at the point, shot gets through, bouncing up in the air. Rebound opportunity. That one hit a skate as Krasinski slid in on the play to get the rebound chance on net. Krasinski and Brooks trying to find a loose puck as Caleb Lee has it pinned to the boards. They clear the puck out of his skates, but Lee doing some good work down there to kill off time in this penalty. 2 players down, though, as it comes back to Baker. His shot gets deflected. That goes just wide, and Newman keeps it in and carries it out back towards the point. That goes off of Krasinski's skate, however, as he was trying to find Baker, and the Bengals will have to regroup in their own end with 52 seconds on the man advantage.
That is a tough bounce right there, too. Krasinski never saw the puck coming. It bounced off his stick, and the Thunderwolves got a free clear there.
Ryan Hahn through the neutral zone with 45 seconds in the man advantage. Gets taken down on the play by Jones, and the puck is cleared back through the neutral zone and into the Bengals territory, where Coppola sets it up for Joe Lotempio. Lotempio carrying it out of his zone. Cross ice pass to Hahn. Hahn has to retreat into his own end, though, before he can send a pass up to Newman and then across the blue line. Now an opportunity for Jones. That's some sloppy back checking there. Jones is shot in on goal, saved by Coppola, as the shorthanded opportunity for Tim Jones had a lane on the defense there and got the shot in on goal, but Coppola making a good save on that breakaway.
Yeah, Ryan Hahn went for the hit, and it looks like Schmidl dished it right before, and you got another penalty here. What do we got?
And we're going to get a penalty here as both of the referees have their hands up. Yep, and it looks like they're getting, I don't know if it was too many men or something behind the play, but it's Ben Murphy skating to the box here. So there's 1 second remaining in the original NCCC penalty to Fogle.
Yeah, Joe Lotempio is trying to get the explanation from the ref right here.
Interference is the call, is being signaled here on number 76, Ben Murphy. So after the puck is dropped here, the Thunderwolves will then get an opportunity on the man advantage as they trail by 1 in this game. 9 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the third period.
Another huge kill for the Bengals here.
Right off the faceoff, Schmidl shoots and scores. He won the faceoff through the legs of Lotempio, found it himself, and then ripped it top corner on the far side. Real quick happening play, and a great goal by Chuck Schmidl.
Yeah, that's a nice play by a great player, Chuck Schmidl. He wins that, puts the puck through Joe Lotempio, the centerman's legs, and then in the same motion, snaps a shot right far side, bar down. Got to tip your cap to a great player right there. That was an unbelievable shot by Chuck Schmidl, and just like that, Aaron, we got a brand new game.
9 minutes and 2 seconds remaining. It's a 3-3 hockey game. So we're back to where we started from, all tied up, and these two teams will battle for the next 9 minutes to see who comes away with the victory.
I don't think either of us would want it any other way, Aaron.
Nice to see a nice tight contest after last week's sloppy game, I think is the best way to put it. This one has been a closely played contest throughout. Good action on both sides. Should be an exciting conclusion in the last 9 minutes.
Some of the goals have been pretty today, too. There's been some skill on display as well. And Buff State's going to get a face-off in the offensive zone, which is just what they need after giving up a goal right now to try and get some of that momentum back.
Loose puck off the draw, right in on goal. Krasinski with a rebound opportunity, covered up by Baylor on the play. As the Bengals look to try to gain some of that momentum back that they've lost here in this contest, with the Thunderwolves tying up the game just a little over a minute ago.
We got another face-off to the left of goaltender Baylor. And Krasinski's out of the center dot. It looks like they've got, they had
Miller on the draw, winning it over to Glasgow. Glasgow in the far corner gets caught up in his own skates, and that allows NCCC a chance to clear. Back into the neutral zone. Here it's Krasinski going cross ice with it to Miller. Miller in across the blue line, cross ice again to Glasgow. Glasgow tries to get it along to Krasinski, unable to connect on that pass, and it comes through the neutral zone and into Bengal territory where it's Adam Brennan finding it. Brennan with some room to maneuver. Soft pressure coming from the Thunderwolves. Gets it up to Thornton. Thornton in across the blue line. Takes a hit. Loses control of the puck as it's Dom Pulley picking it up and starting away for NCCC. He turns it over, though, as it's Glasgow with it behind the net. Glasgow looking for someone in front. He had Thornton there, but couldn't quite get the pass to him as two different Thunderwolves players had to slide in to defend him there in the corner. Elliott Hunt in the corner. Out to Joe Lotempio, who tries to bat it out of the air, but that gives King a chance to start in the other direction. King across the blue line, takes a hit on the play from Brennan. Then Lotempio slides in and picks up the loose puck. His pass goes too far for its intended target. That allows Benedict to keep it in for NCCC. He takes a hit from Lotempio, though, and now it's out into the neutral zone where Hunt has to step on the defender. Bouncing puck, though, is unable to be picked up by Hunt, but he finds it eventually and then tries to feed a pass to Lotempio. Lotempio needs some help from Brennan to carry it into the zone. Brennan dumping it in, heading to the bench for a change as Swakis starts up the far side for NCCC. Pass is sent through the middle of the ice, and Newman picks it up and sends it back into Thunderwolves territory with 7:15 to go in the third period. Puck in behind the NCCC net. As Hunt with some pressure down low, it gets past Newman, and that gives Swakis a chance to carry it out and send a pass cross ice to Benedict. Benedict can't get it away from Ryan Hahn, though, and Hahn looks to start the breakout. Up to Schultz at the red line. Schultz across the blue line, lets a shot go towards the net, just out of the reach of Newman. Rebound opportunity from Swatcha, that goes off the side of the net. Puck comes back to the point, kept in there by Ryan Hahn with that long reach, keeping the zone. Hahn then looks to feed a pass down low. Swatcha tries to carry it out from behind the net, got taken off of his stick, but Schultz keeps it in. Swatcha then lays a hit on Lively behind the net. Newman with a backhand pass to Swatcha. Good passing in behind. Schultz in front. That one gets deflected quickly in on goal. Looked like it was off the defenseman and then in on Baylor. Baylor just covers it up. Holds on for a whistle with 6:26 remaining. Still a tie game, 3-3 for the Thunderwolves and Bengals.
The defenseman for the Thunderwolves literally shot the puck into his goaltender right there. Luckily for him, Baylor was paying attention because that shot came from the top of the crease. If he's looking in literally anywhere else, that puck's probably in the net.
Puck slowly sliding into the Bengal territory. Coppola will have to come out and play it. Meisenberg gets in the way, though. Good defensive play by Ryan Hahn to make sure there was no opportunity down low. On through the neutral zone, carries it across the NCCC blue line, comes to Swatcha. His shot goes off the blocker arm of Austin Baylor, and then Baylor sends it up out of play with that save. And that'll set up a face-off in the NCCC zone with 6:05 remaining in the third period. It's a 3-3 hockey game.
Buff State has been putting all the pressure on the Thunderwolves right now. Austin Baylor is playing an outstanding game, keeping this game tied. Right now, this third period, since the Chuck Schmidl goal, it has been Bengals all day in that offensive zone.
Newman getting the puck off the face-off, gets it back to Brennan. His shot goes just wide off the blocker of Baylor. He made sure it didn't get in on goal. Opportunity in front for Newman. He gets it past the goaltender, but he grabs a hold of it out of the air. Good save there by Austin Baylor as the bouncing puck came out to Cole Newman in front. Looked like he might have gotten it past him, but Baylor scrambles to make the save there on that play and keep this a 3-3 hockey game.
That was an unbelievable save by Austin Baylor. He had nothing else he could do besides just baseball slide at the puck, and he made the save with his glove. Great goaltending again by Austin Baylor.
He's been impressive so far in this contest. You can make a pretty good case that he has been the Thunderwolves' best player tonight. Swatcha keeping it down low for the Bengals with some pressure on there. Meisenberg on him, but Swatcha comes away with it, tries to feed it in front. Thunderwolves just clear it to the blue line, but it's Baker keeping it in there. Baker around a defenseman, feeds a pass in front to Newman. Newman settles it down there and then backhands it in behind the net where he's got Swatcha setting up some pressure. Swatcha brings it out of the corner, and he circles there at the hash marks. Two different Thunderwolves on him, and NCCC starts in the other direction with Cucci. Cucci across the blue line has Brennan on him. Brennan takes it off of his stick briefly, and then it's banked in on the play as sliding in late was Dom Pulley. It's a 4-3 NCCC lead. It was an innocent-looking play, but they capitalized when the puck slid out in front. The Thunderwolves are now out in front with just over 5 minutes left.
Yeah, that was a bouncing puck right there, and it got caught in the feet of Adam Brennan. Jason Cucci makes a nice play to locate the puck, settle it down, and in one quick motion throws a perfect pass to the back door. And the Thunderwolves, just like that, after all the pressure's been in their end, they get a chance and they capitalize. So now the Bengals got to go even harder to try and get that tying goal, and they got to do it against the hot goaltender.
Let's see if the Bengals can answer here with 5 minutes to go from the Cornerstone Arena in Lockport. It's a 4-3 lead for the NCCC Thunderwolves. Glasgow with the puck in his own zone, looking for a long pass through the center of the ice. That one doesn't connect with Miller. As heading back in the opposite direction, it's Woodward. Woodward taking off the puck there, and it's going to be Thornton now starting away for the Bengals. Thornton can't get it across the red line and dump it in. King takes it off of his stick and then starts in. He gets taken down on the play and then hit late. It's going to be a penalty coming up to the Bengals here. As King is now struggling in behind the play as he took a big hit there from Krasinski late after it looked like he got hooked on the play earlier.
Yeah, Krasinski buried him right there. That was a big hit right after Hahn took the penalty. Cam King went to get up and make his move, and Krasinski had a head of steam, and he just absolutely blew him to pieces right there.
Yeah, King in on the bench right there, feeling the effects of that hit. Ryan Hahn below us feeling the effects of the penalty. He is not happy with his actions on the play. The Bengals are going to be down a man for the next 2 minutes with just 4 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in the game. Down a goal here as well.
And that is a tough loss to have in an important penalty kill. So the Bengals forwards and the defensemen, this is it. This is a huge kill right here. You got to keep the game alive by killing this penalty.
4:19 to go here from the Cornerstone Arena in Lockport. The Bengals will have to kill off a penalty if they hope to get back into this contest. Puck doesn't come out into the neutral zone as Lotempio tried to clear it, unable to as it comes all the way in on goal, grabbed by Coppola. He holds on for a whistle 10 seconds into the penalty to Ryan Hahn.
Yeah, that was 1 foot away from being a breakaway for John Glasgow. That was really good point presence by the Thunderwolves D-men to keep that puck in the zone and also keep the puck off John Glasgow's stick from being in alone on the goaltender.
Mitch Thornton with the puck in behind the net as he's trying to kill off this penalty. He gets the puck taken off of his stick by Meisenberg, though. Meisenberg drops it to Cucci. He lets a shot go in on net. Coppola making the save, angling it off towards the far corner. Meisenberg then lets a shot go. That one gets blocked, and then it goes up and over the glass and out of play as Alex Militello filled the shooting lane there. Keep that shot from getting in on goal.
Yep, so far so good for the Bengals right now. They're not allowing any high danger chances, but you got to think they're going to try to send somebody if they can to give themselves an offensive chance because they don't have a lot of time to work with.
Miller and Krasinski out here killing this penalties. Miller certainly with the kind of speed that could create something on the penalty kill. Thornton battling for a puck in the corner there as he has two different Thunderwolves players on him. Gets some help from Krasinski, and the puck comes out in front now as Kushi comes out of the pack with the puck. Shot then taken by Troy Pulley. That hits a stick and goes up over top of the net. And Benedict finds the loose puck in behind the net, tries to carry it out and feed a pass to Kushi. He gets it knocked off of his stick, and a chance now as a bouncing puck couldn't quite settle it down was Krasinski as he had Miller streaking ahead. Couldn't get it to him as it could have been a nice short-handed chance. Out in the neutral zone, Miller settling it down here in front of us. Gets it taken off of his stick though. And now it's Troy Pulley on the far side with 45 seconds to go in the penalty to Ryan Hahn. That pass goes off of a skate. Krasinski keeping it in now. So Krasinski down low for the Bengals. Krasinski with Glasgow helping. They're trying to kill this penalty and create some opportunities shorthanded. But it's Jason Kushi starting away for the Thunderwolves. Kushi in towards the goal, lets a shot go. That one goes in, up and under the bar, knocking the water bottle off. It's now a 5-3 Thunderwolves lead.
I think there was a little miscommunication between the Bengals defensemen right there. I think Thornton was expecting a switch, and when they hesitated, that gave Kushi all the room he needed, and he snipes that bottle right off the top shelf right there. It's a 2-goal lead with 2 minutes left. It's not over yet, but the Bengals got to put the pedal to the metal now. They got to pull out all the stops.
And Kushi was their best player in game 1 of the season, scoring once and adding an assist. That goal was remarkably similar to the goal he scored in the first game, maybe a mirror image of it as it was from the other side of the net. But he had a tight lane and beat the goaltender up top, making this a 5-3 Thunderwolves lead. It's a tall task for the Bengals to come back in this one now. Puck sent in by Brennan as the Bengals have to clear the zone. Puck comes up to Cam King just inside the blue line. Cross ice pass to Lee. That one too far. Icing waved off on the play as Lee's the first one to it. Brennan on him, hit coming from Spitzer late as it comes back to the point, kept in by King. King, who had taken that hit earlier, clearly he is okay and not feeling too bad of the effects of that hit that happened just before the power play. Puck sent in by the Thunderwolves as it comes to the near boards, and Jordan Sipniewski loses control of the puck, and King sends it back in, and Spitzer lays a hit. Now we have some activity in front of us here as a late hit and a couple of pushes and shoves coming back and forth after Spitzer laid the hit late on the play here in the neutral zone.
Yeah, Spitzer's out there throwing his body around, and he drew some attention, and there's Cam King again in there.
Doesn't look like anything more than just a little bit of attention on the play. Certainly nothing spilling over like it had in the previous game or in some of the games last season, but it will be an interference call coming up to the NCCC Thunderwolves in the end. This is a helpful little bit for the Bengals if they hope to get back in the action here. There's a minute 56 to go in the game. Bengals are down by 2, and they're going on the man advantage here. Not only that, it is Chuck Schmidl in the penalty box, probably the best puck possession player for the NCCC Thunderwolves. So there is a chance here for the Bengals to claw their way back into this. We'll have to see what they do here on the man advantage.
Well, it starts with one, Aaron, and the Thunderwolves, again, you know, they played a pretty good game, but again, the undisciplined play of them has given the Bengals an opportunity to make this interesting.
Scramble off the draw. Schultz sends it in front of the net, and it goes through the crease. Then back to the point from Hunt as he finds Baker. Baker lets a shot go. That goes off the glass and then back in front of the net. Baylor followed that one the entire way. Sharp play by the goaltender there as it went off the glass behind him, but he saw it the whole way and caught it on the rebound off the glass.
Yeah, you got to think Baylor's going to cover everything that comes near him right now and just give them the face-offs and the chances to clear that puck. Because here's the thing. You'll never say it's a bad thing to be on a power play, but here's the disadvantage. They can clear the puck now without any icing, which will kill time.
Puck down low as the Bengals have possession of it there. Schultz getting it off of Lively's stick and getting it to Hunt. Hunt back to the point to Glasgow. Glasgow then feeds it back to Hunt. Hunt lets a shot go. That one's blocked and cleared all the way into the neutral zone. Good play there by the Thunderwolves penalty killers. Minute 23 to go in the third period here. Bengals trying to come back from a 2-goal deficit in this one. Glasgow carries it in over the blue line. Glasgow lets a shot go. That one goes wide as it rolled on him before he let the shot go. The Bengals net is empty as they've got the 6-on-4 advantage here. Puck is cleared out into the neutral zone by Meisenberg, and back after it is Baker with a minute to go.
All right, here it is, Aaron. It's go time. They got to get that goal right here.
Baker feeds it up to Lotempio below us. Lotempio cross ice pass to Ryan Miller. Miller gets hit by Meisenberg, but gets away from the check, gets it to Glasgow. Glasgow carries it in. His shot hits a body, though. Doesn't get all the way through on net. Swatcha feeds it back to the point to Baker. Baker lets a shot go. That one's deflected twice, then goes off into the corner. Hunt with the puck in the corner there, tries to feed it behind the net. He's got Swatcha here in the near corner, but he's got to chase it down there. And he turns in towards the net, firing it in on goal. Baylor making another solid save and shaking his head at the Bengals shooters, indicating there was going to be no rebound on that one. 28 seconds to go here in this contest, and NCCC still leading by a score of 5-3.
Bengals are doing everything right on this power play, just Baylor's been doing it better. We got a timeout for the Bengals. So they're going to try and draw up a play to get a quick one and then make another rush. They have no choice at this point, but they're doing everything right on this power play. They're shooting, they're moving the puck, just they have run into a red-hot goaltender right now.
28.8 seconds to go remaining on the clock here at the Cornerstone Arena in Lockport, New York. The NCCC Thunderwolves have a 5-3 lead in this contest, looking to get a little bit of revenge for the season opening loss to the Bengals last week by a score of 8-2.
Different team here today, Aaron. These Thunderwolves, they're a bit more disciplined. They have their guys today. They were very short on the bench in the first meeting, and they're capitalizing on their chances this time. They've got glorious chances. They banged them in tonight, and that's how you win games, and that's how you get into the position they are in right now. They've still got work to do, but they played a very good game so far.
Let's see if the Bengals can make one last push here with a little bit more than 28 seconds to go. They win the faceoff, but unable to make the pass connection from Hunt to Hahn there, and now 20 seconds remain as Hahn has to chase it down into his own zone. Ryan Hahn with the long pass up to Swatcha. Swatcha into the NCCC territory. He lets a shot go. That goes wide and off the boards. Now Miller letting a shot go, turning and letting it go from the low circle. Goaltender Baylor sharp again on that one. He made a great save. No rebound opportunity. He has been excellent, certainly here down the stretch in the third period.
Yeah, he's my first star of the game tonight, Aaron. He has been outstanding. I mean, this game could very easily be 6-5 Bengals.
Puck comes back to the point with 4 seconds to go. One last save by Austin Baylor, as that one had some traffic in front, but he got the blocker up to make the save. And that'll do things here from the Cornerstone Arena in Lockport. Our final score this evening, it's the NCCC Thunderwolves 5 and the Bengals 3.
Really well played game here, Aaron. I mean, it's unfortunate the Bengals hit a bit of a rough patch in the third period, and it ended up being the difference in the game. I still wouldn't change a whole lot. I mean, the Bengals were trying to force a lot of long passes for the home runs. It wasn't there. I know Coach Turner and Coach Shevchuk will address that. I wouldn't blame the goaltending at all for the Bengals. I think, the Bengals ran into a hot goaltender today who's playing really well. N-Trip buried their chances, and they got bailed out by their goaltender when the Bengals got theirs.
Yeah, it was simply a factor of which team took advantage of their chances. Seemed that when the Thunderwolves had opportunities down low, they made really nice shots, took advantage of those chances, and scored goals when they needed to. Bengals just didn't do that quite as much in this contest here tonight. They put a lot of good pressure on in the offensive zone, but as Sean mentioned, they ran into a hot goaltender tonight. Austin Baylor, I thought, in terms of each team, he was the best player on the ice for my money.
I agree with you on that one, Aaron. Austin Baylor made all the saves he had to make. And the thing is, too, like we talked about with A.J. White last week, once the puck hit Baylor, there was no rebound. And that's how you score a lot of goals in these high-scoring games. You need the greasy ones, and there were no chances for those in this game today for the Bengals.
Well, the Bengals suffered their first defeat of the season and dropped to 1-1 on the 2021 campaign, losing this one by a score of 5-3 to the NCCC Thunderwolves. Our coverage of Bengal hockey is brought to you by Ivy Lee Pharmacy on Elmwood Avenue in Kenmore. Ivy Lee is a locally owned neighborhood pharmacy for over 60 years, and they're offering COVID-19 rapid testing by appointment only. Contact them at ivyleepharmacy.com or 622-8040. Coverage also brought to you by Vintage Ice Hockey, bringing dead hockey teams back to life with high-quality apparel. Classic logos and wild stories from the history of hockey. Be sure to use promo code STRIPES at vintageicehockey.com for 15% off. Coverage also brought to you by Envious Gameware, the official uniform supplier of the Bengals. Find them online at enviousgameware.com. Our final score again here from the Cornerstone Arena in Lockport is the NCCC Thunderwolves 5 and the Bengals 3. Coming up, we're not exactly sure of our future schedule for the Bengals. Bengals, but be sure to stay tuned to wherever you got your information for this game, as we will continue to bring you updates on future games as the 2021 season rolls on. Thanks to our camera operator tonight, Dave Hahn. For color commentator Sean McHugh, I'm Aaron Elpern. Have a great evening and enjoy your weekend.